Okay, we should be live right now. We will just check the Twitch to also make sure that things are going through.
I can see
Yes.
it right here, Fish. I can see it right here. We're live. We're ready for an exciting afternoon of gaming, sporting fun,
Hell yeah. Cool. Okay.
and also OBS settings.
Yeah. So we will try to get a pre-game interview. I think based on games that have casted, Zafine and Yekky have done more pre-game interviews, so it'd be
Yeah.
cool to get Dustin and Picnic in here. I will.
Yes, shall we go hassle them?
Yes. I'll see if I can join.
Yeah,
Hey guys,
it is very good. Hello.
Oh, is
with
this
you,
who are we talking?
this is a fish. I'm casting your
This is a
set.
fish.
Yes.
Oh, oh yeah, listen,
I
Very
fish
good.
with eight.
wanted to ask if you would be open to a pre-game interview.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Oh,
Cool,
I
cool.
would. Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me
Yeah.
1 second. I'll actually okay, could you guys hop into the caster's voice channel real quick?
Yeah.
Where Goose is in?
Okay.
Cool. See you there in a sec. Alright, they're gonna join.
Perfect. That'd be great.
Welcome, welcome.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
We're hyped. We're doing great. How are you both feeling?
Feeling
Good.
good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
woke up like
Excited.
2 hours ago, but
And you've
Well, you're
spent those 2 hours since just warming up and practicing and getting ready to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
No
that is
breakfast,
legit.
First.
no coffee, no cigarette, just pure Age of Empires.
Mm,
I may have got the coffee, but
nice.
caffeine and
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, so how are you feeling leading into the set? Any nerves, anticipation, thoughts you want to share?
I mean, it's an important one for us, I
Mhm.
feel. Just the last two opponents that we've had are still pretty low in the standings. Like, and when you beat somebody, you want them to do better against the
yeah.
other opponents, and so we just have to perform is basically what it comes down to.
Right.
Is there
Yeah.
anything you'd like? Is there anything you'd like to see today? Any things that would help with that performance, or any things that would just excite you about the set today?
I just predict like good, clean Age of Empires myself.
Right,
Yeah,
one
we'd like
thing
to play all
is,
the maps you want.
Yeah. We've been talking about maps.
Mhm.
Yeah, the new changes I think are all good-ish, but
I don't like
be
some of
willing to
them,
be
but
surprised.
well, on the maps that is.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that in your previous drafts you picked different home maps for the different drafts. Is that like a concentrated effort to stay unpredictable?
It's just because we predicted what they were gonna pick.
Yeah.
Um,
Ah,
I think we can quite easily predict what they're gonna pick this time. So
yeah, I
and you get the
think.
first pick anyway. So I mean, you pick before you bat. So you can always get one map you want at the very least.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
opponents
how are
have.
you
And
guys
Louis.
with your African clearing? Is that something that you've been practicing, or something that you guys have in your repertoire?
Yeah, we've practiced it a lot and we've played it in each of our sets, so I think I think our builds can still, I mean, my build in particular can still use improvement,
Mhm.
um, but yeah, I think we're primed at least a little bit for it.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're pretty confident on African clearing when it comes up.
Mhm.
Among all the other maps, obviously.
Yes, of course,
Confident
of
on
course.
every
Yeah,
map.
you guys are good at. There's no weakness in your map choice game.
No.
Hey, yeah,
You're
water
ready for
type, water
anything.
mechanics. Yeah,
Yeah, literally.
yeah. Well,
Even
speaking
with the
of,
new update and like the water and whatever.
yeah, I was about to say. Speaking of water, how are you guys with your naval combat? Are you guys Hulk experts now?
I did a
Only
few
one
water
day by day.
games
Yeah.
recently. Yeah, did a few team islands and whatever migration even.
Migration,
Don't
yeah,
Imagine.
want to
even
don't want to
including
don't want to fall behind
migration.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Honestly, I don't really like the water changes, but it's whatever. Well, so
what do you
far,
uh,
not
I
like
guess
about
they'll
them?
update it.
What do you think?
The
What do you think should have
hulks.
been changed? Yeah, the Hulks.
I feel like it was fine as it was with
Hmm.
galleys, fire ships, demos. I don't know if they really needed a fourth combatant on water.
I'm
Yeah,
just
it
sad
makes
that the
a
demos got
perfectly.
nerfed so much. I
Yeah.
like the demo plays, but that's okay.
yeah, well,
Fish. I don't think we have the stream actually in the casters channel anymore. I don't know if you want to throw that back up.
oh, true, true. I will do that in just a second. I'll let you guys get
Yes.
back to your channel. Thank you so much for the interview. Please make sure to send the map draft when you have it.
Yes.
Or,
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank
Have
you
fun.
guys.
yeah, good
Thank
luck,
Thank
have
you
you.
fun.
guys.
Yes, I will share my stream again.
Bellcross says hello, guys. I'm expecting a lot from this set. Great to have you here, Bellcross. Hopefully, this will be entertaining for everyone, and no doubt, Fish. I think we've seen just great games everywhere. Every game
Yes,
that I've watched, I haven't seen them all, but every game that I've watched, I've enjoyed.
incredible. Yeah, so we can do some analysis while we wait for the map draft to come in. So previous map drafts, it looks like I mentioned, Picnic and Dustin are generally pretty unpredictable. They went with Arabia as their home map in one game, um, banning out Hideout and Glade.
Great bands, great set of bands, if you ask me.
Yeah, who wants to play Hideout or Glade? Um, and then in the other set they've played so far, they picked African Clearing as their home map, banning out Glade and Migration. So
So they don't want to play Glade. No matter what happens, they're going to make sure that they don't get that Glade game today.
yeah, I also get the feeling that they don't, they're not super jazzed about playing Migration. I get a similar
Hmm.
sense from Zafine and Yekky. So as cool as it would be to see, I don't think we're gonna get any naval combat today, but maybe I'm wrong.
Right. Maybe we need to ask the admin to pick something a little preposterous here. Is there any? Do you have any insight into that? How we can secretly influence the man who pulls the strings?
Unfortunately, I don't think the admin has real say. It's called admin pick, but this map is just whichever map is left over after the picks and bans happen.
Ah, I see. Well, there you go. I'm putting the noob back into Age of Noobs. I don't even. Here I am talking about all the exciting games I've seen, but maybe I've missed all of the context.
Right. Yeah, so for the unfamiliar, it is noon. I'll see if the anything on the map draft yet. Nothing yet. Okay. So, for those that are unfamiliar with the map picking system, um, it goes in order from left to right here on the map draft. So both teams get to pick a home map. Those maps will be in the three that are played. And then both teams
100%
also,
guaranteed.
yes, both teams then get um, four bans. After banning, there will be one map that is left over that is unbanned.
Mm.
There is a slight advantage because the host captain will be the higher seeded team, and the guest captain will be the lower seeded team. And the order of the bans is such that the guest captain makes the final decision because they'll go pick, three bans, and then the guest captain, the lower seeded team, will be left with two choices. And then they will be able to choose which map they want to play between those two left.
I think that's a fair trade-off, right? In every type of game and in every type of situation, there's something to be said about there being an advantage to going first, and then how do you make that fair? How do you?
Oh,
Well, here we
sorry to cut
go.
you off, but
But
Zafine
we
picking
are playing Watergate.
migration. Let's
Oh wow.
go.
Now, Fish, do you feel like the defenders of Ben's wallet they learned this for you. They are on. Speaking of making sure our viewers understand the mind games and all the tips and tricks of this tournament, people are going on AoE2 insights and they're
Yes.
looking at what other people are doing and what other people are practicing,
Hmm.
and I think they know that you were practicing a lot of migration.
Actually, most of my migration practice was secret. So you're leaking
Ooh.
information right now.
Ah, well, good thing I'm not your teammate. Right. Sorry, Belcross. Uh, that is, of course, fish would never swim. Fish infamously hate water.
Yep.
Um, yeah, only
Yeah.
land maps,
I don't know what a
only
boat
Arabia.
is. I don't know what my
Right.
dock hotkeys are.
Yeah, Control V gets you to a dock.
Yeah. But it looks like our
Something like that.
draft is complete. And perhaps good news for the defenders of Ben's Wallet. Picnic ends up choosing to pay African Clearing. I
Right.
think they were choosing between Hideout and African Clearing. They picked African Clearing.
So
So,
nobody wants to play a closed map. Nobody wants to play a closed map today. I guess migration is semi-closed. Clopen for the mathematically inclined.
hmm So we will see if the lobby is up yet, and then yeah, finding the spectating games is always so slow in game for some reason. In parallel, I will also pull up what is it, AOT spectator dashboard, because the latency is a bit better here.
So I actually never heard of this spectator dashboard. I guess I'm relatively new to this casting game. It's good to have all the to see some of these things here.
Yeah, it's a basically does the same thing. We're using it for the same thing as the in-game search for matches, but the Spectre
Hmm.
dashboard, in my experience, just has lower latency, so it can find the lobby a
Interesting.
bit faster.
And it's all about going fast. It's all about going fast here.
We gotta go
Time
fast.
is of the essence, right?
Yeah,
We want those tight timings. 25 seconds as a villager. I don't want to wait 25 seconds for a stream.
true. Yeah,
I'm just idle TC.
we got additional information here. The defenders of Ben's Wallet bans Italians, while Ben 10 Sounds Hot bans Berbers.
Ooh.
Yeah, seems to me like the Italians ban actually could be for either. They're playing Arabia, right? Yeah. I think the Italians ban, you might think that the Italians ban is for migration because the Italians can be quite strong on water, but I have a feeling that this is actually an Arabia targeted ban
Oh,
because
do
if
go on.
memory serves, I think in a previous tournament set, Picnic has busted out a incredibly fast Italian double range archers build order on 17 vills.
Wow. Wow. And Fish, I love my archers. And that
Yes.
makes me go, wow. How do you do that? Walk me through that. How do you get two range archers on 17 villagers?
Well, it's actually very similar to. There's a couple build orders for the Georgians that take advantage of their Civ bonus, where you can go up on Georgians with like 16 villagers plus loom, or like 17 villagers no loom. It requires a ton of juggling. Basically, you send everything to food, you prioritize hunt, you have to push deer, um, and then you like scramble up as quickly as possible to get the 500 food to go to feudal age, and then you immediately task almost everything to wood to afford the 175 wood for the barracks and another 175 wood for the stable. Um, and it's ridiculous. You're like in feudal age, right at minute 8 on the dot, starting to make scouts. You
By the
tank.
way, the lobby's up
Oh,
allegedly, thanks to the chat.
Amazing. Defenders of Ben's Wallet. Let's see if we can find it in game.
I hate to cut you off. I was being taken away.
Right. But yeah, the two range archers build that I saw Picnic play is very similar. We're waiting for the spec to lay. Got. Hopefully this will continue to count down and we'll be able to lock in soon. Um,
Yes, I'm getting it separately set up here too. Just belt and bracers.
nice. Yeah, so the Italian's two range build order is very similar. You scramble everything to food. As soon as you have the 425 food to go up to feudal age, you send everything to stragglers, and I mean like everything, because in addition to the 175 for the barracks, you need 175 for each archery range and 150 for the blacksmith. It's super wood intensive. Your eco takes a hit for sure by going up that fast, but you also have the opportunity for really early damage if you can capitalize on it. But as we just saw, the Italians are banned, so I don't know if Picnic will be able to do a similar thing with a different civ.
Well, look who's not banned here. We've got a Hans mirror match.
Interesting. This is
Yes, what's
unsurprising on
people
African
want to
clearing.
scout. People want to see what's happening on African clearing, and so does this mean that the game comes down to what Jurchens and Magyars can do, or does it come down to who's the best Huns player? What would you make of starting a mirror match?
Yeah, it seems to me, also based on previous experience watching Defenders, that okay, so very brief introductions for each of the players. For the Defenders of Ben's Wallet, oh yes, while we set up, I will also try to get the spectator stuff. Play all three, Group B. This is Defenders of Ben Wallet, and this is Ben 10 Sounds Hot. And then return to map. Then we'll.
Oh boy. Well, just immediately take a look at this.
Oh, they're
Oh,
so close.
this is a mess. This is a mess here.
Whoa, really interesting TC spot for Dustin here. I don't know
It's just the Kotra.
if true, it is just Socotra.
All right.
Socotra
Let's
with
just cut
extra
out.
steps.
Yeah, Socotra with extra steps. Everyone's done a good job here of getting a TC. Yes, as you say, on a pond. I think General Picnic and Dustin seem to have maybe the worst TC spots here. I don't know what they're gonna do for wood.
Yeah, I think based on what I've learned for African clearing TC placements, Yekky and Zafine have really optimally placed TC placements because they're close to the ponds and they're close to the wood. These TC placements from Picnic and Dustin, they're okay, but like their opponents are kind of cutting them off from the outside wood line. So like you said,
Mhm.
they could really struggle for wood potentially. But then again, this might be an intentional decision to build really close to the defenders,
Mhm.
because this makes feudal play viable and very dangerous.
Yeah, it calls their bluff. It's no one here. Anybody tries to fast castle. You know, if anybody tries to do that, they could just get punished. What are you gonna do? Greedily wall? That those whole bases. I mean, I would love to see it. I'd love to see a big team wall here if they could pull it off. But
Yeah, what I've seen before from the defenders is that Zafine will typically go scouts, and she's playing as the Jurchens today, which corroborates that because they have a dangerous scout rush with the faster attacking scouts. And then Yekky will typically go fast castle into cavalry archers.
mm,
But going fast castle with this TC setup could be really dangerous.
hmm
I haven't seen the African clearing games from Ben 10 Sounds Hot, but it seems like they're potentially set up based on their civilization bonuses to do a similar thing. where Picnic can go scouts as the Magyars, with that free forging upgrade being really dangerous. The Magyar Scout Rush is pretty infamous. And then
Mm.
Dustin with the Mirror Huns. Ooh, losing a Vil. I think now they know the TCs are right next to each other.
Oh no. Oh, I mean, GG. Fine.
Might
You
as
know how it
well.
is. I lose a boar, resign. I don't care if people accuse me of smurfing. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't give up that easy. Um, we've got some great comments though already coming in. UU11, welcome, saying that they really love each other, and maybe that's Ben's wallet and pure lust for Ben. It's
Hmm.
all about this is a Ben off, and
Yeah.
I think each team there's more on the stake than the 3 points here, right? It's who gets Ben.
True.
Bellcross is saying I don't think we're going to see Cav Archer though, which
I agree
you know
because of the
no, you
TC
don't think there's going to.
placements. Yeah, I
I mean,
think
mobility is everything on this map, but if you're right next to each other, why isn't everybody just playing champies?
true. Yeah, it's so disappointing that we're not just seeing 4 people play Incas. Oh, oh,
Yeah.
yes, that's Picnic.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah,
he
Dustin
got away.
almost loses a Vil there, but then manages to save it just in time. What's extra interesting is that there are bush pigs on African clearing. I think with the recent update, there have been some changes to the hunts that can appear on African clearing. In my experience, pre Last Chieftain's DLC dropping, there were always elephants and rhinos, which have more food. I think they have they have 400 food per elephant or rhino. But more recently, I've been seeing like various wild boars, which have less food at 340. And then in this generation, the bush pigs only have 300 food. So they're a bit less valuable per animal that is lured in for this generation.
Yeah, and that makes all the difference sometimes. As we were just talking, 25 seconds is a villager, right? And 50 less food, 100 less food is another problem you got to solve. I
Yeah.
suppose on African clearing, I guess maybe the logic there is that most people are putting a mill on fish anyway, right? That there's a and I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that fish are probably better than berries.
Yes. Yeah, they're so much faster. Villagers gathering fish is actually the fastest possible food income that a villager can provide in the game. It's faster than hunts.
Well, unless of course we're talking about British shepherds.
Yeah, and I think actually Mongol hunters might be faster.
Hmm. Sometimes I don't like a fast hunt. Look at me complaining about something given for free, but you look away, and next thing you know, you got 6 villagers standing around the carcass of a boar, and you've been wasting idle eco.
Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing the result of the TC placement here from Picnic, whose woodline's really far away, potentially vulnerable to scouts here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but I
Zafine
think
is
we're
up.
already seeing. Wow, that's good. I mean, this is good type play here from Zafine, right? Just looking at even the 8 seconds, 1 second of idle TC time compared to the other team. We're talking about more than a villager's worth here from Dustin, who thankfully didn't lose a villager. But I think we're
Yes.
seeing some of the consequences of some of those early Dark Age wobbles already.
Yeah, it looks like Zafine lost a villager. I don't think we noticed that. It may have been to a boar.
Hmm.
But based on the uptime, I think Yekky is going to try a fast castle. Which, I don't know. Do they know that they're this close?
I think that they have at
Yeah.
least some idea that General Picnic is over there, right? I believe it was his
Yeah.
villager who wandered underneath Zafine's TC.
Based on this scouting,
Whether
they do have information on where the TC placements are. So it's extra
yes,
risky to go for a fast castle in this position because both of Ben 10 Sounds Hot are going for feudal.
yeah, we can see already there. We got the stable coming down.
Yeah, stable down for both Zafine and for Picnic. And then Now the range is coming down for Dustin. Highly likely that it will be archers because he's on gold.
Yeah, and what do you think about this already doing some resource walling from defenders of Ben's wallet? Is that cynical or is that just on time?
I think it's good. I think it's the desired move.
Yeah.
We got a scout coming in for Picnic, trying to do some harassment, counter harassment from Zafine. Looks like there's
Now, of
two
course,
scouts in the field. And spears.
All right, this is, and now it's quite a chase scene.
Mm-hmm. I don't actually know who wins head-to-head in early feudal between Magyars and Church and Scouts. I don't know if the extra forging versus the faster attack speed is better here, but Zafine has a third scout coming in to reinforce. She's got a weak one in there though. She's got to be careful.
Yeah, this is almost where maybe Belcross would have been a better casting partner. Belcross in the chat.
Oh, the scout's
Loves
taking
going
damage.
Scouts. Oh no! Oh, it's cataclysmic. Oh wow. Okay, well now they've both
Yes.
got an injured scout.
Yeah, but I think Picnic has the edge in scout numbers currently. But if he's not careful, he could lose some vills, but the spears are
Oh
here
boy,
to protect.
yeah, the scouts have seen. Oh
Ooh,
no,
yeah.
perfect few spearmen
A lot
hiding
of
in the-
damage
hiding in the
here.
trees. Oh wow. Okay. All right, we're gaming.
Yeah.
We're playing feudal.
But it looks like he was unable to actually secure any additional villager kills.
Hmm.
We got
I
three
think,
archers for Dustin that are wandering around, but they're walking into this nice small wall to protect
Yeah.
Yekky. Yekky is on the way up to Castle Age. More engagements here.
Well, as I was saying even yesterday, right? As you always tell me, sometimes if you can't get a villager kill, chaos is enough, right? 25 seconds makes a villager. If you can
Yes.
get 6 villagers distracted for, you know, what, 5 seconds each, you've wasted a villager.
Yeah, and we were saying that Yekky is playing very risky by going fast castle, but I really like the walling and base setup here. She's managed to secure the resources to go Castle Age, and I don't know how much damage these archers will be able to find. Bit of a
Going, the
trade.
tower's going up. Tower's
Yeah.
going up. We're getting the defense. You traded 2 scouts for 1 there.
So it looks like Zafine is backing away, but she will have more scouts to reinforce. She still has the numbers advantage overall compared to Picnic.
Yes, and it's been cagey. It's been cagey. They're just feeling each other out. There's more dancing than there is beating people with swords here.
True, but let's see if a Vil goes down here, and doesn't look like it. Zafine's Vil defense, Vil fighting has been really solid.
Yep, but as we say, there they go, distracted off
Yeah, they
fishing
are-
for
they are
5
idle.
seconds.
Excellent point there. Some of the archers wander into TC. The spearman goes down for Dustin.
And are Dustin and General Picnic here getting value from their feudal? Do you think? If you're sitting here as them, are you feeling good? Are you feeling bad? What could be the move here?
Yeah, I think, especially now with Yekky starting to mass cav archers in Castle Age, so Dustin is on the way up. Picnic is a
So there are
decent
cav
bit away.
archers. We've got cav archers. You guys are all wrong.
True. Yeah, we ate our words.
Mm-hmm.
I think the cav archers will be super strong against the feudal military.
Yeah.
Yekky doesn't yet have Bodkin though. Looks like she might be saving up for that.
All right. You see, Dustin's got castle queued.
On the way. And then it looks like things have been pretty quiet in terms of the eco KD so far, with neither side. I don't think either side has actually managed to kill a villager from the other team. I think both of the Vil deaths have been from Dark Age.
Yeah, incredible stuff. Just for the amount of military that's been wandering around in feudal, for there not to be more debauchery.
Yeah.
What are about military deaths? What's the military KD here?
Let us take a look. Looks like they're relatively even. Zafine has the edge here.
Yeah. I mean,
Dustin
that's quite a
almost-
battle that Zafine's played to be 9-7 already.
Yeah. Dustin almost to Castle Age. The question is what will happen once he gets there.
Yeah, we haven't seen is there another TC from Yekky here? It doesn't look like it.
No, Yekky is just on 1 TC, massing Cav Archers. Botkin is still not yet in, but Yekky is a little pinned into her base currently.
Yeah.
Started to farm.
You got to be careful on this sort of map, right? How many times have I choked myself out?
Yeah. Both players are doing a decent amount of expansion to the various sides of the map, which I like to
Yeah,
see.
if you just look around, these little patches of magenta are everywhere.
Yeah, there's another wood line here from Dustin. Or that might be his first wood line. A slight engagement here as more scouts meet each other. So looks like Picnic is up to Castle, whereas Zafine is still pretty far away. Oh, and Yekky finding some value, killing 4 villagers. And is that a tower coming up for the wood line? But Zafine finding some good vill kills here. And Yekky will be the first to have this TC go up, because I don't think this is going to be disturbed. Scouts are chasing. Second TC up for Dustin. It looks like Dustin is focusing on eco rather than... Ooh, nice spear hit against Zafine scouts. Yeah, Dustin's focusing on eco rather than upgrading his military.
Can you hear me all right? I think I might have hit my mute button and been talking to myself.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
But yeah, you were quiet for like a little bit, so I think I missed some
Yes,
of
well,
what
I'm sure that was refreshing for everyone.
Yeah, this is a scary mass of Cav Archers. They're doing some harassment. So it looks like Dustin is going to go foot archers with the crossbowman upgrade now in.
Oh. Isn't that a mistake that you made on an African You sacrificed your mobility by going foot archers in desperation of fending off potentially, Yekky's Cav Archer ball?
It wasn't Yekky's
You were
Cav
playing
Archer
magenta in that
ball.
game too. Maybe it's just the curse of the color.
Yeah, it was Leo the Cow's Cav Archer mass that I was unable to catch. And in that game, the biggest mistake was going for foot archers given the TC positions. In this case, the foot archers, the crossbow mass, are right in front of the opponent's base, getting decent value, though it looks like they could go down if they stay in front of this TC too long. And we got Light Cav Picnic harassing a lot of Zafine's villagers. This should be a good number of vill kills. Yeah, big engagement here. The Cav Archers will clear up the archers. Still no Bodkin, though, from Yekky, but it doesn't matter. She doesn't need it.
Yeah, maybe we're running into a little bit of a double bit axe situation. Who needs it?
Yeah. Oh, that's an excellent point. Neither Picnic nor Dustin have any eco upgrades.
Oh, I didn't actually know I was making that point, so maybe it's just my observation hockey level skills coming through here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, getting your upgrades, again, same thing. How many times have, low elo players done more damage to themselves by bad eco upgrade timing than they could have if they just deleted 3 villagers?
Yeah, in my opinion, the scariest military on the field right now is this big, massive Cav Archers. And it looks like they'll whittle down some of the crossbows that Dustin has been trying to mass. And Zafine is going for Step Lancers.
Ooh. Well, I love Step Lancers. Even if it's not for how good they are, just because they're damn cool, aren't they?
Yeah, there's 2 steps on the field, caught out by this massive light cav. Zafine is running away. She's found a bit of a choke
This is
point,
where a
which
little
could be
team coordination could
advantageous.
really pay off. If those cav
Yes.
archers came and we got a little bit of a pincer here.
Hmm.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, well, it looks like the cav archers are looking elsewhere on the map, and we'll maybe find some of Dustin's expansions. We'll check back in with those cav archers in a second. And Picnic is adding knights.
Love to see it.
Yeah, knights are very strong against step lancers.
Yeah, what do you want from step lancers? What's the type of damage you're looking for? What's the play?
So, in my opinion, step lancers' biggest advantage is their ability to stack on each other. They can take favorable engagements from that. As we see, wow, 2 scouts or 2 light cav go down, and none of the steps do. They're also, I think, due to the stacking, better than other cavalry at breaking down walls, palisade walls especially. Another engagement here, more crossbows going down. This cav archer mass is looking pretty unstoppable at the moment. But I think, going back to step lancers, that in equal numbers, or with equal resources, the knights will win. Yeah, don't quote me on that. I might be wrong.
Too
But
late. Too late. I'm writing to the press. Official claims.
knights beat step
Outrageous things about
lancers.
step lancers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got 4 TCs here from Dustin. Is this too little, too late, or is this the win con?
Yeah, so expansion is really powerful on this map because there's so many resources. There's so much fish, so much gold, that it can be tough to punish all of this expansion. And even though Yekky was up to castle much earlier, the Vil count is pretty even across both teams.
Yeah, Zafine seems like she's totally content to just ride out on 1 TC right now.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know, like, to what degree it's being content and to what degree it's not actually having the space from being pinned here.
Well, we see a big stone wall coming down. I think that's probably the sign of, okay, I'm going to try and just get this part of the map, and I'm going to put a TC between that wood and that gold.
Yes, totally fair. Do I hear a scorpion? Oh, I see. Dustin is adding scorpions to try to deal with this cav archer mass, but 1 scorpion goes down pretty quickly, and the cav archers are running away. And it looks like there's the opportunity for some team play here as Zafine step lancers are running in.
Oh. Everyone's chasing everyone. It's all happening right now.
Yeah, it's like this big whirlpool of military units.
Swirling in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dustin's probably not enjoying being at the center of the vortex.
Yeah. Looks like both ranged players are currently missing ballistics. Could be a huge upgrade as a bunch of Vils get caught out here. Looks like Picnic finds Yekky's expansion. Is aware of this military, aware of the eco, sorry. And
Oh,
more
we got a
upgrade-
Bill?
Yes. The Step Lancers run into the TC fire, picking off a couple of Vils there. Looks like there's a slight eco advantage currently for the defenders, but as I say that, more Vils go down. The eco is idle. Cav archers are running to deal with the knights. Yeah, this is looking like a really competitive, really even game.
It's definitely scrappy, and as we were talking to Ben 10 Sounds Hot in the pregame, and they said that they wanted some nice, clean fun, but I don't know if they're getting it.
I think this is what they're going for. I think we're seeing a good balance of eco, good balance of military, lots of production. Zafine switching into fire lancers to deal with these knights. She maybe agrees with me that step lancers are not necessarily what you want to deal with this heavy cavalry. However, the big thing that I am noticing, wow, look at the step lancers melt this stable. Wow. They back off before being able to kill it.
I would call that an unstable. Oh dear.
Yeah,
one more hit. Finish the job.
Oh, there it is. Stable goes down.
Yes.
This
I
is a
think Ben 10 in the chat is showing his bias as he says the ladies now have the military advantage.
yes.
Smiley face.
I agree.
So
I
much,
think
so much for the unbiased opinions of our Discord admin.
yeah, I think we know where Ben 10's heart lies
It's in
in
his
this.
wallet.
Yeah,
He has
the
no value of his sexiness. It's all about the money.
and the Cav Archers. Wow, it looks like this TC is undefended, and they'll take a while to take out this TC, but maybe they'll do it. Castle drop for Dustin right in front of Yekky's face. But will this
It's
go
not.
up?
Is it gonna
There's the
go
Cav
up?
Archers. It's at 97%.
He's
Oh
gonna get a
man.
trophy.
Oh man.
If all he
Oh,
cares about is the achievement,
99.
he's gonna get the achievement.
99%.
Oh.
Whoa. But the castle is looking denied currently, and this massive Cav Archers is here, preventing any villas from coming forward. Oh, that's pretty painful for Dustin.
Yikes. I mean, that would make
Whoa.
me cry.
Yeah.
I mean, I cry
Rough.
pretty easily, though. Oh, and I don't know if it's the rally point for these archery ranges, but a couple crossbows just...
Yeah,
Why
the crossbows are
pointless?
getting picked out. I think Dustin has been struggling to get a good mass of foot archers the whole game.
And here come the knights. The knights are gonna maybe try and chase these
Yeah.
Cav archers away so that Dustin can finish this castle.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to. So the castle might go up. This could be really sketchy for Yekky to be taking the stone right next to this 99% castle. A couple hits, the castle goes up. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
Yekky
but do we
needs
have
to
murder
run.
bulls?
True. The only important tech in the game, next to heated shot.
Yeah, heated shot and murder holes. Of course, you know. You think you don't need them, and then you really miss them when you don't have them.
Yeah, ooh, big clear up for Cav Archers here. As Yekky needed to micro that a bit more to get some more value.
Hey, they finished that TC. They took it down.
No, that's completely wild.
I think, or am I missing something here? Because I think Dustin's put down a fourth TC again. I think his
Yes,
former
yeah.
fourth TC's
I think
gone down.
we're looking at the wreckage of the TC. I don't totally know what took it down. It could be that he just deleted it because the Cav Archers were not leaving him alone. Or maybe the Cav Archers took it down. So
Who's to
now,
say? I mean, a TC's gone.
yes.
All
The
that's
defenders
left
have-
is the scattered remains of 3 zebras and
Mhm.
1 magenta villager just pondering what happened.
It looks like positioning-wise, Dustin has this castle that is cutting off the defenders of Ben's wallets, but the defenders of Ben's wallets have a strong eco advantage of 32 villagers.
Yes, and you know, we see now Yekky's on 4 TCs. We see Zafine's 3rd TC going up. I think
Right in front of this
they're
tower.
starting to get that. They're starting to get
Big
that
raid
eco.
coming in.
Yeah, if they want this gold, it is a little close to this tower. They need to, you know, bust down some of these walls and get that dealt with. or
Oh, I
else,
don't know
you
if
they're
Yekky
gonna
sees
lose it.
this. Yekky sees it now, but that's
Yeah.
after losing
Too little,
quite
too
a number
late.
of vills. Ooh, painful. Looks like the eco count is equalized.
Yes.
Fire Lancers running in, but I don't think they'll be able to catch up to the Knights. That was a huge raid from Picnic.
I think you're slightly ahead of me in the game.
Yeah, I'm at 44-17 currently.
44-17.
Yeah. Yeah, you can like fast forward to catch up to real time.
I'm at 44, 30, 40, 41, 42.
Yeah, okay. I think we're in sync now.
Perfect.
From this point, it's looking pretty even. Eco is looking relatively even. Military is looking relatively even. But
Yeah,
we're
there's a bit of a
still
quiet, bit of a calm
25.
before the storm.
25 Cav Archers that are healing up inside of Yekky's castle. From this point, I really don't know where this game is gonna go. I think imp timing is gonna matter a lot. Production's gonna matter a lot. In terms of resources, no one really has the food to be thinking of Imp currently, although Picnic with 29 on food could get there. Where's the rocket cart? Look at like
You know, if
just
you're
trying to
not if you're
harass it.
not floating 3,000 food for me, you're floating 3,000 food against me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, another
Zafine
raid.
sees this TC going up, and they want it denied. Oh boy.
Yeah. Now, finally, a massive foot archers are here. A bunch of Vills die. And the Knights are getting good values against the Cav archers here. I think the Scorpions went down. A bunch of crossbows. Not that many crossbows go down from the TC fire. But the defenders are holding on to their eco advantage. That's mainly Zafine. Looks like both players have both teams have one player with Vil counts in the 80s and then another player with Vil counts at 49.
Yeah.
And Fire Lancers take down a TC from Picnic. Big engagement here. The crossbows are running away, but they lack the mobility versus the cavalry archers. I think the cav archers should be able to pick off all these crossbows. And
Yeah,
two
what's the
Scorpions.
military decisions here? I guess the Scorpions are on their way, but 2 Scorpions is just not going to be enough right now.
They're
By any
sitting.
means.
Oh, okay. They pop out of the siege workshop, but the cav archers are able to run away after killing all of the crossbows that were there.
Yeah.
I really admire Yekky's resilience at just keeping this eco chugging along with his castle interface.
And maybe ego's the right word. Who's to say?
Yeah, bit of a stalemate here. We'll see what value the Fire Lancers can get. They're causing chaos, and the Knights do not want to engage from Picnic. Crossbows wandering into a bit of a tower. Yeah, this is a hectic one. Lots of action happening all over the map. Oh, big engagement from Fire Lancers to Knights. The Fire Lancers should do really well against the Knights here. But it looks like the Knights have the numbers advantage, and they beat their counter unit.
As some would
Yeah.
say, the counter to a few guys is sometimes just a lot of guys.
True. Yeah, in terms of militaries, the defenders still have the edge in terms of numbers and a slight eco advantage. Let's check on the resources again to see if anyone's thinking about clicking up to Imp. Doesn't look like it currently, but they're getting closer. Both teams are still heavily investing into Castle Age.
Yeah, it looks like maybe military production. There we go. We've got 4 crossbow back in queue for Dustin. I mean, I think this is the thing, because we need to see some military here. We need to see. I mean, I guess that is, what would you do? Would you be building military, or would you be just? Is this the time to make enough military to not die, but you just really need to get to Imp?
Yeah, I think that is what I would personally do to try to get a technology advantage, although the risk of clicking up to Imp is that it gives your opponent a timing window to punish the fact that you just spent 1,800 resources on not military.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Looks like a decent trade there. The Iron Pagoda is coming out. I'm not actually super familiar with this unit. I guess we can take a look at it in Capture Age. Iron Pagoda. Decent pierce armor. The melee armor is like less than a knight, I think. I think this might be a heavy cavalry that is specialized against ranged units. Can we see the stats?
Yeah.
Not totally sure. Armor, attack. Oh, there it is. It's got 14 attack. Doesn't look like it has significant bonus damage. They're taking out a stable. Being annoying again.
Yeah, we got LB11 here saying that pagodas kill anything. I suppose it's got no particular bonus damage, but it's seemingly got no either. Maybe a bit of an all-around unit.
They even melt halbs.
Well, skirms melt halbs. It's not always a sign of being a great unit.
For cavalry to melt halbs, though, is pretty good.
Yes, it's phenomenal. They ignore the first melee attack. If that is one of their particular bonuses or one of their particular features, that's indeed an incredible for one hit to just bounce off of them no matter what.
Right. So we're in an interesting position right now because in terms of numbers, the defenders have the edge in both military and eco, but in terms of map control, it's all Ben 10 sounds hot. There's many TCs taking many resources. Picnic is the first to Imperial. All other players are on their way now. Let's see
Yeah.
what Picnic can do with his imp advantage.
It seems like it's gonna if Zafine and Yekky do not put the advantage that they have right now to good use, they're gonna starve. Right? It's gonna turn into a war of attrition.
Yeah,
They need to get these golds. They need to get out of their base, right?
yeah. Otherwise, they're just giving up the golds to their opponents.
Yeah.
But yeah, what has been really interesting is that a lot of the games that I see come down to early military decisions that kind of snowball from there. In this case, it's just been a slugfest of back and forth, damage on both sides, lots of raiding, that it might end up just coming down to map control.
Yeah, but now we see kind of a big scramble here. Obviously, Ben 10 sounds hot, wants to try and lure these cav archers and these step lancers underneath that castle. They're not taking the bait. They're being patient. But again, patience could be deadly here.
Yeah, one Treb out, starting to fire. Cavalier is in for Picnic. I think he could be thinking of Paladin shortly after.
Well, we were talking about this too in the pregame, just you and I. Picnic's a Smurf, of course.
True.
You know, you look
Yeah.
at his Discord stats claiming to be 3,000, but 1,000. Imagine him claiming to be 3,000.
Yeah. Good
But he's
snipe.
in the mid-elo bracket. Something doesn't add up here.
Mm-hmm. The other Treb coming down. All players are now in Imperial. Zafine is starting to make trebuchets. 41 heavy cavalry archers. Bracer on the way. Ooh, a lot of Vills going down here. Still, though, despite all the raids we've been seeing, the defenders have held on to their eco advantage, although now it's looking a little slim.
Yes. And I think it all comes down to the fact now that Ben 10 sounds hot. Both players finally have double bit and more scholar.
True.
I
Good.
think the
That's a
value-
good
Like,
upgrade.
can we just say that the Hunnic horses are still alive?
Are they? Oh man,
I
they're
believe
still
so.
alive.
You
Both
know?
teams still have their
My
home horses.
kingdom-
Let's go.
My kingdom for a horse.
Yes.
LB11 saying map control is good for them, but purple needs to make proper units too. Yeah, 28 archers and 1 trebuchet is not a military.
Yeah, and I think the Huns don't get Arbalester. They max out a crossbow. So, with that said, Dustin does have Bracer. I think Chemistry is also in. Yeah, Chemistry is in. This might be the time to switch to CA for a better
Yes,
Hunnic
yeah.
option. Another
Ooh,
Treb
and they're
snipe
coming
for
to snipe
Zafine.
the 1 treb, and the treb goes down, but at what cost? Zafine's lost. You know, the military is trapped between the castle and the cavalier, and I think they lose their ball there of step lancers or iron pagodas.
Yeah, lots of chaos around the map. Ooh, and the eco is flipped now. Ben 10 sounds hot, having the eco advantage.
Yeah, let's look at even just
How?
against Zafine's.
For Zafine, interesting.
Yeah, but they're not there to protect these trebuchets. They're going down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's teching into Halb, but there's no Halbs on the field currently.
I think let's have a look here at military production buildings, because I think that's part of what's missing now in this game. Is we need to be turning wood into military production buildings, and there's not a lot.
Yeah. Let's see. We got 3 barracks for Zafine. Her castles are going down, which are her iron pagoda producing machines. She's dropping down more barracks, trying to stabilize with Halbs. Paladin is on the way for Picnic.
This is the point of the game where I need to put down 11 archery ranges and just commit.
Yeah.
And I don't see 11 archery ranges.
Yeah, the thing is, with the Jurchens, I don't actually know how good their late game options are.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to really shine in early Castle Age with stuff like the Grenadiers and the faster attacking Step Lancers, but I don't know that they have a good answer against Paladins. I guess they have Fire Lancers, but then Zafine is going heavy into Helm.
I mean, that's kind of the only choice, right? You've even said to me on several occasions, well, it's the same thing with all tech advantages is that you get a window, right? You get a window, and Paladin is great until everyone gets Paladin.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see Paladin from the defenders,
Anybody
though.
else?
Castle goes down, Paladin are running in. The Helms, there are some Helms here to meet them. I don't know if there'll be enough, though. And then, where are the cavalry archers? Looks like
They're down there.
they're causing chaos, causing mayhem. But it could
They're
spell
taking down,
trouble.
they took down one of General Picnic's TCs there. They're castle dropping one of Dustin's TCs. Good hill placement for that castle.
Yeah.
And they kind of need to, right? They need to start getting some map control here. They need to try and find some holes. Again, maybe there could be some more coordination. Maybe those cav archers should be trying to help Zafine right now. But they're finding lots of great damage, and they're doing what we're saying is they needed some map control.
Yeah, lots of raids.
It'll now maybe come down to a bit of micro here, whether these cav archers can take down these paladin or not.
Right.
Those paladin just take hit after hit after hit after hit.
They're really tanky, and I don't know.
Wow.
Yekky needs to micro this.
I would be moving. I would think I would be trying to lure them back to that
Yeah,
castle.
looks like they might get us around.
Yeah, they need to avoid that at all costs. Yeah, that's good. Make a break for it.
There's almost 50 paladin currently on the field.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
Well,
the
not
castle
anymore.
fire.
And we see on the map here, we got some combat around a Zafine TC. Yep, Zafine's TC goes down from some magenta trebuchet fire. But there's a wacko helps.
That's a lot of helps, but I think this many crossbows could be enough to deal with them. They're gonna go for the Treb first. They'll for sure get that. Yeah, Treb goes down.
That's shrewd. That's what they gotta do. They're going for it. I think they're seeing an opportunity. There's 4 crossbow there. I don't think 4 crossbow in Imperial are gonna take down a ball of Hal.
Yeah. The
This
Drishers
is,
are missing less infantry armor, but it doesn't matter apparently. Yeah, a lot of ills
And we
going
see
down
light
from the
cap
Cow
coming in from
Archers.
magenta. I guess we're gonna need to get some raids going. Is maybe the thought there.
Oof, yeah, Dustin is in a rough spot. 34 villagers.
Yeah.
No real military, but the Hunnic horse is alive.
The Hunnic horse, and maybe that's just at the end of the day. That's the metaphor for just staying alive. The Hunnic horse is still in the game.
Yeah, if you've got your Hunnic horse, anything is possible. We see a bunch of paladins run into Zafine's base. This could be devastating on our eco. I think Picnic recognizes his teammates in a rough spot, and he needs to do damage now.
Yeah.
Now, the Helm mass is looking like a really
The Halb's
good
out of
call.
position. The Halb's not exactly there, but it's coming around. I don't know what the play here is. You definitely want to be doing damage to this eco, but
Man, Picnic has killed 236 villagers in this game.
I probably
So
haven't
much eco
killed
damage.
237 villagers accumulated.
Yeah, the paladins are dealing with the halbs. More halbs coming back in to reinforce. Some engagement here with the cav archers. They'll be able to take down those paladins.
That little
but-
helping of knights. I mean,
Yeah.
Dustin's really up against it here. I think he's got another TC that's about to go down.
Yeah, but he is making villagers. He's back up to 41. I don't know that he'll have the time to boom back into this game.
No, and we're also kind of seeing here General Picnic's got 145 villagers, right? He's got to maybe get rid of some of those to make space for military if he's really going to try and hold down the 2v1 for a bit.
Potentially. The thing is, paladins are really good, and they're really pop efficient. And Dustin is now teching into heavy cavalry archer. Got Parthian, Thumb Ring, and the heavy CA upgrade. So he'll tech switch into one of the Hun's best military options. But he's down to 33 vills.
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, there have been times where I've, you just gotta dig your heels in, right? This is the dark tea time of the soul, right? You just need to keep your head up. You just need to. It's a mentality battle now.
Right. This is 68 cav archers. This is quite the respectable ball. Yekky is also trapping down one of Dustin's remaining TCs, although he has done a pretty good job of making more of the TCs, I feel.
He's not giving up. He's not giving up. He sees hope. He sees hope in that paladin ball. He's got hope in his partner. It's a great display of faith.
Yeah, and wow, Yekky, where are Yekky's vills? Oh, big paladin raid in.
Oh, this is a big hit.
Yeah, Yekky's down to 61
vills. And it put down another.
I don't know if this castle goes up.
I think.
I think Pixic's not watching.
Picnic's got awareness. You gotta. Taking down the markets always, can be a very powerful move. But yeah, we need those vills gone.
Yeah, huge eco disparity now. The defenders are falling behind in terms of vill count due to the Picnic's raids. 304 vill kills from Picnic.
Yeah, and I don't know. What would you say? Is that a bit of a throw there, losing all those vills, trying to put up that castle quick? I mean, they got the castle up.
I think it's a tough spot.
Yeah.
I don't totally know how you prevent that.
We have LB11 saying that Green should just drop 4 workshops and spam siege ram. Now that's after my own heart.
Yeah, we love a battering ram.
We love a patrol too. Look at those cav archers just dancing away their woes.
Yeah. Can't be sad when you're dancing. There's only one trebuchet in the field for Yekky. Zafine is massing some trebs and halbs. 37 halbs currently on the field.
The score's close, but I think it's just all scouting.
At this point, I think both players have the map pretty much entirely explored. But more Paladin run in here. I don't think it's enough halbs to defend from another raid.
Yeah, if they hit that wood line. Oh, the quick wall. I mean, a quick wall against halb is, piece of paper against the storm.
It's really interesting how, rather than concentrated pushes down the middle, I think the game is decided by raids.
Yeah. We got a castle coming up from General Picnic. We're gonna get some more stone there.
Yeah. How does... Oh. Picnic has made 32 heavy cavalry archers? Oh, I was looking at the... Oh, it's a bit hard to tell the difference in colors between magenta and red for me, currently. I thought Dustin was teching into heavy cav archers. It was actually Picnic.
Yeah, well, I guess Picnic just sort of says, okay, I need to protect these paladin from halb, so this is how I'm gonna do it. But he's not, actually. It seems like his paladin took on quite a ball of halb there. 4 or 5 went down. Are there some concerns about gold? I don't see more paladin production.
Still 23 on gold for Picnic. Yeah, it looks like the map control is starting to pay off if Ben 10 sounds hot. Because they're on various golds through the map, whereas Zafine only has 1 on gold. I think she's really hurting for gold right now.
Yeah, they need to get some trade going.
Yeah, and normally,
It's actually kind of interesting. I don't see any trade from anyone here.
yeah, on African Clearing, there's so much natural gold on the map that I think trade is a bit less common, but we are getting to the stage now where trade might be the only way back into the game for the defenders. Big Caverture engagement here.
Yeah, and I mean the numbers. I don't know if I'd be taking this fight.
How many Cavertures is that? 24 versus 31. Okay, yeah, they're stacked on top of each other, so they're occupying a very small area. But there's actually more Cavertures than I thought there from Picnic.
Wow, and that was quite a battle. They see the light cav coming, they see a few paladin coming, and they're probably right to scoop.
Yeah. Now Dustin has teched into Heavy Cavalry Archer. And both players are on Heavy CA, which means that it'll be really tough for Zafine's Halps to find more value.
Yeah, we see Zafine selling 300 wood for 42 gold.
Rough.
Hey, what are the resource stats for everyone right now? Can we pull them up and just see what everybody's floating or not floating?
Sure, sure. So, a ton of food for Picnic, lots of food for Dustin,
Yeah.
mostly floating wood for the defenders.
Yeah, Yekky's floating 4,000 wood there. I mean, sell that for 42 gold? Sure, why not?
Yeah, the push is coming. There's 4 Trebs, a massive ball of Cav Archers. I don't think this one rocket cart's going to be enough to do anything. I think Zafine might crumble under this pressure of the final game-ending push. Also, as Hussars are running into the eco, just for good measure.
Yeah.
It was a really close game, but I think it's over. Although, Yekky still has 60 Cav Archers and still causing chaos. She's got 2 Trebs pushing in on Dustin's castle.
Again, this is maybe one of those moments of keep your head up. Keep your head up, this game's not done yet.
Yeah,
But,
you know, they didn't hear no bell.
yeah, exactly. This is the part where we're going to see 3 Vills run out of there and put down a TC on the other side of the map. I mean, there is a TC on the other side of the map.
Yeah, lots of TCs. Just everywhere.
Yeah, what is going on there? We've got, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 TCs from General Picnic?
There's 10 TCs. And
That's an
then
incredible number.
6 from Yekky. The Cav Archers are going under the castle, but they run out from under there. But Zafine's down to 47 villagers. The TC goes down to the Trebs. I think
Yeah,
most
Zafine's not looking too good here.
Yeah. Enormous eco advantage for Ben 10 sounds hot. Hussars find the remaining vills. They're trying to make a run for it, but they're running right into Picnic's castle. This is kind of painful. Oof. Zafine down to 29 villagers.
Oh dear, yeah, just one burst of fire equals 1 villager right now from that castle.
Yeah.
And they've caught on to the push that's at the bottom of their base, and they're coming to clean it up.
Oh, Zafine down to 8 villagers.
Oh,
I think she has no TCs left, or no, she's got TCs at the bottom.
no, there's another TC. I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah.
Goddamn bell. I love it. You know, I mean, we were talking. I think we saw this actually in a game that we watched a couple weeks ago, or I don't know. This tournament feels like it's been going on for my whole life, and my whole life feels richer for it.
True.
But someone was saying, just use the first game for data.
That's true.
Use the first game. Part of it is yeah, maybe just coast. Maybe just wear them down. You know, maybe making, Ben 10 sounds hot. Play a long game, while you just sort of sit there and stay alive. Maybe it just wears them down. Maybe it's not so much about this point, but it's about the next 2.
Maybe. Yeah, get warmed up. See how it
Get
goes.
warmed up. Get an idea of what the enemy wants to do. There's looking at AoE 2 insights, and then there's actually playing a game. And so
Yeah,
maybe this is just data, and this is just this is when you're playing 3 games of Age of Empires in a row, it is a war of attrition.
that's true.
Resources, your energy is a resource, your focus is a resource.
Hmm. I completely agree. Treb's now coming in,
Shrebin.
gonna take it out. Gonna take out Yekky's castles. Skirms also for Dustin. Because
Yeah.
I guess they just had enough of those cav archers. They are mostly down now.
It might be trash wars as well. It might just be, keeping up military production. Dustin's had a tough fight.
Yeah,
He was down to 30 villagers not too long ago, right? Let's
yeah.
just use our food. Let's use our wood. We're gonna counter Yekky's best unit.
The GG is called
And
from Zafine. It should be coming very shortly from. There it is.
GG's,
Okay.
everyone. Wow, what a great game.
Whoa.
What a great game.
That was brutal. It was a long
Smack,
one.
smack, smack.
Back and forth. It was scrappy. It could have been anyone's game for a while. Take a look at the
I
stats.
I entirely agree.
Yeah, I think it was an interesting situation. Ordinarily, we see the late game as a result of decisions made early, like in feudal or dark age or early castle age. In this case, I think there were certainly advantages that were taken from those early decisions, like the TC placements, like the decision to go fast castle from Yekky versus both playing feudal. But none of those decisions, it seems to me, resulted in game deciding factors in the late game.
Yeah, well,
With
what
the
do you, what do you think it came down to?
I think it seems like it was partially not knowing what to make from Zafine and Dustin for a good portion of the game, and then it seemed like the rest of it was map control,
Mhm.
where it ended up being this really long war of attrition, but Zafine just ran out of gold.
Yeah, yeah. As someone who's a defender of a wallet, that's a fatal mistake.
Yeah, yeah, 429 villager kills from Picnic. The raids were huge. The early Hussar switch ended up really paying off. And yeah, cool. I'm going to take a brief break. I'll be back very
Yeah, me
shortly, and
too.
then we will dive into the next game.
Yes, please stay tuned. We're having a great time here today with our set of games between defenders of Ben's Wallet and Ben 10 Sounds Hot, the mid-elo games. And we look forward to bringing you the next two.
Yeah. Right, I am back. We will continue to take a look. Let me see. Oh, the spectator dashboard is offline. Okay, the lobby is open again. We will search for it again. Curious.
Come in. Come in, fish. This is Goose. I'm landing in the pond. Are we ready for another exciting game?
We are ready. It's a beautiful
Speaking
day in
of
this
ponds.
pond.
Speaking of silly geese, going to migration. Belcross is jazzed.
Yeah, I'm jazzed too.
I've been, you know, whenever we put on a show like this, the night before, I think about what would I love to see. What would I love to see in an Age of Noobs midi low bracket tournament? And I would love to see some water. So this is just a dream come true for me.
I completely agree. There it is.
Yes, let me get mine set up too, just in case. Yeah, commentary by David
David
Attenborough.
Attenborough.
Really, I'm channeling the Antiques Roadshow. You know, that's what they always say on the Antiques Roadshow. You know, every time we're about to do a roadshow, we think about the night before. What would we really love to see?
Okay, on migration. Interesting picks here. Portuguese and Chinese from the defenders. Spanish and Persians from Ben 10 sounds hot.
Wow. So we're just going, Spanish and Persians, toxic combo. We're going Persian douche. We're dropping castles. We're dropping castles and immediately
Imagine.
getting conks.
Oh, imagine a douche on migration.
Yeah.
Insanity.
I mean, I can imagine a douche on any map, but I've played a lot of them, so maybe I'm one of them. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah. So, it's interesting. Persians have the tankier docks to start
Hmm.
with, but they don't have bracer, so their navy falls off in the late game.
Mm.
Spanish, the cannon galleons can be pretty tough to deal with, and naturally you have the castle drop conquistadors. With the Portuguese, I think the navy is pretty strong. The Portuguese also have a unique warship, but it's escaping me right now. One really interesting thing that we might see is Vitoria
Ooh.
from the
Tell me a
Portuguese.
little bit more. So we have ASDF Hoons. Welcome back to the Age of Empire streams. Saying, why are you calling them douches? I assume it's because he doesn't know what the Persian douche is, or because he just knows I'm saying ridiculous nonsense words.
Hmm.
So what is the Persian douche? Fish.
Well, the Persian douche, also known as the TC drop, is when you delete your starting TC and then rebuild it in the opponent's face. This is particularly dangerous as the Persians because your TC has double HP, which means that if you do a TC war where you both garrison your villagers and you have your TCs firing against each other, the Persians player will win.
And that is what makes it a very douchey thing to do.
Yeah, it's chaotic.
And we're off here. The game has started. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this. It's a pleasure and an honor to be able to watch these games here with you.
I feel the same way. So for Zafine with the Chinese, they do have the unique upgrade to the fire ship called the Dragon Ship.
Ooh.
Although I don't totally know. Recently, with the water rework, there is this new ship line called the Hulk, which is designed as a fire ship counter. So I'm not sure how strong the Dragon Ship is in the current patch, the current meta.
Well, I mean, suffice it to say, I only hope we find out.
Yeah,
We've got 21 seconds of idle time straight off for Zafine. Is that because of the sort of intricacies of the Chinese opening?
I think so. The general rule with Chinese is that if you idle for less than one villager creation time, you should be ahead by 2 vills. So 22 is totally within acceptable. And in fact, on
Yeah.
most starts, um, which include migration, I think it's like kind of impossible to get underneath like 13 seconds. If you get 14 seconds of idle TC with the Chinese, that's incredible.
I mean, it's incredible for me to get under 14 seconds playing anything.
Fair enough.
You, on the other hand, you have no problem with that. You have no idea what an idle TC is.
Gotta keep my TC working. It's important. But yeah, when I play Chinese, I also have about 22 seconds. So that's quite good.
Should we be expecting that from you in future games? Or you don't want to give away everything?
Well, I think you've leaked enough of my strategies and practice in this stream.
Crap! I'm sorry if you're the other mid-elo players. I'm trying to help you guys out.
Yeah, Chinese are really interesting. I like playing them a lot.
Mhm.
They can be
I mean,
very
there's so
strong.
many civs in this game. You know, they're all flavorful. They all have, there's fun to be had. Even, I dare say, Dravidians, which no one chose for a water map.
Yeah. I think famously, the player Watermullins really likes the Dravidians.
Hmm.
He's also in Group B. And I like the
And we see
Dravidians too on this map. Bit of a leaked information there.
Yeah, that's all you're getting, everyone. That's all you're
Yeah.
getting. You're hoping to get a game off Fish. He might choose Dravidians
Maybe.
on Migrate. Maybe.
Yeah. If I've been practicing this map,
Yes.
which there's no guarantee
you
that
never
I
would.
have.
And we see the first couple of fishing ships here already from Ben 10 Sounds Hot. First couple of fishing ships now queued up for defenders of Ben's wallet, so let the games begin.
Whoa, is this 11 on wood? For picnic? Wow. That is
And we see
a lot.
LB11. Oh, yeah. Well, what have they got on food here? They've got another 5 on those chickens. And then they've got their 2 fishing ships. Maybe they've got enough to stabilize TC production. They just want the wood, I guess.
Yeah, that's very curious. With this much on wood, it seems really unlikely that Picnic's gonna go for a fast castle.
No, they want to play feudal. They want those transport ships. They're gonna get some stuff out on the mainland, maybe. As
Yeah.
LB11 says here, maybe Spanish is out of the box. I assume fast castle something in conks for the middle. You might not be wrong with conks for the middle, but I don't know if we're gonna get a fast castle.
Mm-hmm.
LB11 is confident that with that many on wood, that there's going to be a fast castle. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that is a good
Yeah,
point
the fishing
actually.
ships.
Because you need wood earlier if you want to go feudal. So, like when I play fast castle versus feudal on this map, I do send more to wood early. I just have never seen 11 on one lumber camp with additional straggler trees vills.
Yeah, the massive fish boom. Oh, we saw a second dock. I think. Yes, there it is. Villagers on its way for General Picnic to get that dock down. So General Picnic definitely seems like he knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants to pull off here.
Yeah, it's got 5 fishing ships already, still in Dark Age. Yekky and Zafine both going up with 24 villagers, which feels like it'll be a fast castle. I think we might be seeing fast castles from all the players. With Dustin, a 23 villager fast castle is possible, but a bit tricky to pull off. Could be futile.
Yeah, and we see from their team, both players have got second docks on the way, where we don't quite see that yet with. We do see a second dock here coming from Yekky. Pretty close together, both at the front of the base. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, what is Dustin building? Second dock. I don't see a market blacksmith, so it looks like it could be futile, but he's also not making galleys. There's the Hulk. Okay, now he's starting ship production.
The Incredible Hulk, some might say.
Yeah.
Looking over here at Zafine, I don't see Market Blacksmith. Looking over here at Yekky, don't see Market Blacksmith.
Yeah. And so they're all... Whoa, everyone's making Hulks. That's interesting. They're all up
They want to fight.
relatively late. 24, 25 fills. And they're all investing into feudal navy. Okay, I think this is a strat that I'm unfamiliar with on this map. To maybe go heavy into fish booming. And then to go relatively late. Market finally up for, or coming up for General Picnic.
3 bills on it, no messing around.
There's the market and blacksmith for Dustin. And then he's up to castle. Okay. So it's pretty fast for his castle time.
These moments are peaceful, you know, these moments where Age of Empires is just Stardew Valley, you know, we're just having a little bit of a farming simi. Oh, just kidding, here come the Hulks.
Yep. As we say that.
Knock, knock. It's America. They got boats. Gunboats.
Open the country. Stop having it be closed.
Stop having it be closed. Exactly. And so we see some pretty big disruptions here to fishing economy. Yeah, that one villager about to get hulked out of his tree. Yeah, it seems like both Zafine and Yekky are really putting the pressure on.
Yes, Picnic
They've
is
messed
also
up these
the castle
fishing
now.
ecos. Maybe punishing a bit of the greed. It looks like they're both going to hit castle first. But
Yeah.
under what circumstances?
Picnic.
Oh, transport ship. If they see this transport ship, you got to get that ship. Get there. Get it. Get it. Stop this.
Ooh,
Stop
nope.
the ship.
Do they see
Oh,
it?
they just don't
They
see
don't
it.
see
They
it.
just
Yeah.
don't see it. Oh.
So
Blast.
Picnic has landed.
Yeah. The new world. Oh, but at what cost? All these fishing ships tried to go back.
Yeah, in my experience, the garrison docks are pretty strong against the Hulks. Transport ship goes down. But
Yes.
this is a lot of
But they've now realized
Hulks.
that they've made a critical mistake.
And I'm expecting we'll see a TC up from Picnic pretty shortly. Oh, a castle. Nice. Opening with a strong defensive option from Picnic.
I was like, wow, Yekky's already got villagers on the mainland too, but I think they've just managed to gather some cows.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there are randomly spawning cows in the edges of the map that your ships will capture.
Yeah, they should be doing some scouting here. They would be able to catch this castle, get a little bit of information, but maybe they already assume it's coming.
So good harassment here from the defenders.
Yes, of course. This dock's looking worse for wear.
Yes, but now Picnic has the tech advantage with the medium warships upgrade in.
Hmm.
And it's still not necessarily ideal to go fire ships against the hulks. I think the feudal hulks will be enough to take care of these Castle Age fire ships. The trade-off, of course, is that now Yekky and Zafine have both invested into feudal and are looking... Okay, so Yekky can potentially click up. She might be missing a building. Got the blacksmith.
Yeah, she is missing a
She's...
building.
Yeah. So they'll be quite a bit further behind the Castle Age.
It now kind of comes down to what General Picnic wants to do here for food. Because, you know, there's 3 farms. There's 3 farms. There's a couple vills on berries, but, you know, you can't eat gold. You can't eat wood.
Yeah, well, you can buy food. It's not sustainable
Oh,
long
well,
term, but it
yes.
can sustain you, like, short term. Yeah, bunch of feudal navy from Zafine, who now also clicks up alongside her partner.
What they need to add, of course, is the totally realistic amphicar. Have you heard of amphicars?
No, what's an amphicar?
It's a car that you can theoretically drive into the water and it instantly turns into a boat. It was sort of a popular, I don't know, eccentric car design from 20th century.
Right,
So these boats just need to be able to drive on land and they'll win the game.
true. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that in, like, superhero movies and spy movies, I think.
Yes. You know,
So,
every once in a while you gotta hit enter and how do you turn this thing on just to make sure.
mhm. We're seeing land presence here for both Dustin and Picnic. TC coming up for Picnic. It seems that they've mostly given up water. I think Picnic no longer has any docks, and Dustin's docks are facing a decent amount of pressure.
But they've got the mainland. And if
Yeah.
you've got the mainland, you've got the game.
We've got
Again,
conquistadors.
it's about map control, and they're getting that map control.
Yeah, the really interesting thing, though, is that in most cases, against most civs, I'm inclined to agree that the mainland matters a lot. However, specifically with the Portuguese, because you have Feitorias, you don't necessarily need the mainland as much.
Yeah, run me through what is a Feitoria? It's I'm not even gonna guess. Just tell me.
A Feitoria is a building available to the Portuguese in Imperial Age that you build the building, it occupies 20 population space, which is pretty heavy, but it will create infinite generation of every resource.
So it functions as if it were 20 villagers.
Yeah, I think it's slower gather rate than 20 villagers, but the thing is, it's infinite gold, infinite stone, in addition to infinite food, infinite wood.
Yes. Oh,
There's-
there we go. General Picnic sees. Yeah,
Oh, now
sees
both
Yekky's
teams have
TC.
landed,
Yeah.
but there are conquistadors roaming around.
Sorry,
This could be
teams.
trouble.
Oof.
Oof, this is painful for
Oh.
Zafine.
Oh
Great find
dear.
for Picnic, getting tons of value from his conquistadors.
Oh yeah. Oh dear.
Ooh, TC is
Oh
denied.
dear. Ah, but Yekky's got her TC down and herded all the cows. Oh, but we see the conks coming to ruin her day.
Yeah.
Come on, conks.
Yeah.
Get out of here. We don't need you.
So, we see a classic situation here where the defenders are undisputably in control of water, but they're having a tough time getting a foothold on land.
Yes, this early castle here. You know, this is going to be a bit of a pain, to put it mildly.
Yes. Another thing worth mentioning is that Sometimes on migration, what happens if you lose control of the mainland, you run out of wood,
Hmm.
and you need wood to make navy. However, they recently changed the way that trade cogs work such that you can trade for wood.
Hmm.
So that's another reason that having control of the water can be potentially stronger than it used to be.
Yes. Oh, it looks like Zafine's given up on that TC for now. Either that, or did the Conks manage to take it out?
No, three cogs would not have been able to do that. I think Zafine must have deleted it.
Yeah.
Castle coming up for Yekky. We could see some organs, very exciting. But ooh, there's a siege. There's a mangonel.
Oh
The
yeah,
mangonel could be
mangoes.
devastating for the Vills building this castle. A ton of
Oh,
mango
it's devastating for
necessary.
one cow in particular.
Oh, rest in peace, cow. We have conquistadors, the mangonel, and the knights coming into harass. I don't think this castle is gonna go up.
Yeah, we need to, there's not a lot of time to have a good think about it, but we need to have a good think about what we're going to do here now.
Mm-hmm. We are seeing a pretty strong fish boom, though, from Zafine. Or from both defenders, actually. 16 fishing ships.
Yeah, I mean, you raise an excellent point, as you always do, sir, that, at some point, Ben 10 Sounds Hot is going to have to get on the water. Right? They're going to have to, they gotta have to get those TCs. They're going to have to stop that fish boom. They're going to have to stop the trade. You know, they're going to get the resources to potentially make all of those transport ships. But, you know, they
Ooh,
they
the
got to
castle
make
goes
that move
up.
eventually.
I was not expecting the castle to go up, but
Yeah,
great
I think
micro
maybe
from
there's a little bit
Yekky.
of sleeping on the wheel there.
Looks like the TC should still go down to this mangonel. But
You hate to
marine
see
guns
it.
are in queue. The Hulks will take down this dock, which I believe is the last dock that is on the map for Ben 10 Sounds Hot. So now the question is that the defenders have one water. Can they fully make use of their water control?
Oh, I would think so. Look what's to the left of your screen there. 21, 20, 19, 18, 16, 15. At any moment here, Zafine's going to hit Imperial and everyone's going to go,
Oh,
oh,
true. Yes.
shoot. Oh, shoot.
Excellent point. Zafine still
Oh,
has no presence on the
shoot.
mainland, but do the Chinese get? Chinese get the Lochuan, which is their like anti-building warship, I believe.
Hmm.
And the anti-building warship, whether it's the cannon galleon or the drillman, or I'm not totally sure what the Chinese get, but I'm sure they have some variation of it. They can be really painful to deal with on migration.
Nope, and we see the counter castle up now. Somehow that TC. It's the man they couldn't hang.
Yeah,
It's still
it's
there.
still up. Incredible.
Oh, and we see Wheelbarrow coming in.
Yeah, we got Lochuan coming in. Heavy warships for Zafine.
Two different strategies. Two different strategies on this map. Two very exciting game plans.
Yeah.
Ooh, and they're taking out that market. They're kind of bullying Dustin's market there.
Heavy warship is in. The dragon ship.
Dude,
We talked about it. It's in.
I'm so happy. It breathes fire. What else could you want from a dragon ship?
True.
And TC goes down.
Rest in peace, TC.
I think one of the problems here, though, is the villager count. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're looking at some huge villager numbers, and maybe that's just me underestimating what, I guess we've got... well, I'm wrong. Let's just say that. Right? We've got 67 villagers, but we've got 23 fishing ships from Yekky. Similar numbers over there. It's
Yes.
probably equivalent to the 70-80 villagers that we've got from both Dustin and General Picnic.
It would be if the fishing ships were working efficiently, although it looks like the fishing ships are gathering from shorefish, or some of them are at least, which is
And
not
they've got
really what
quite a
you
long
want.
way to go. Yeah. Zafine has finally hit the mainland. The problem
With a
is
TC.
if those 5 battering rams that General Picnic has made find their way over, there could be, well, there they are. They're on that castle.
Yeah, we see a ram
There
push.
just isn't the military might here to keep those rams at bay.
Yeah. It's tough to make rams work, but I think they're gonna successfully take down this castle, and then there's another castle that is almost constructed. It's pretty painful that it will be denied and go down.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see if these anti-building ships can find value from Zafine. So Picnic and Dustin now are ahead in the eco.
Yes. And Dustin's got some docks down too, so it looks like he's looking to get some of that fishing back or to just counter some of those buildings on the water.
Yeah,
Nothing in queue yet by the looks of things.
but he is on the way to Imperial, as is Yekky.
Yep. Chemistry coming in maybe a little bit too late.
Well, better late than never, you know.
Fair enough.
Oh, these docks might be denied. Can the Hulks kill the villager there? Because otherwise the dock's gonna go up. But yeah, we got Lochwan here. Just doing a ton of damage to the starting island for Dustin.
Yeah, I mean maybe that would be the play, right? Is if Zafine and Yekky could maybe get a transport ship, get some stuff going, and just take their starting islands.
Ooh. Just as Zafine finally got a foothold on the starting island, a castle is coming up from Picnic, right on her face.
I understand why naval ships don't have absurd long range, but they are, they're running out of things that they can hit.
I think the Lochwan ranged the TC actually.
That's impressive. This is actually pretty good here.
Yeah. Yeah, the anti-building warships are pretty good. But with that said though, Zafine is once again booted off of the mainland. Where she's building another TC.
It's not over yet. The
Look at
Lochwan are
that.
coming.
Dustin is building a castle in front of Zafine's second TC. Does she see this? She does not. Oof, that'll be an unpleasant surprise.
We'd make me cry.
Oh,
Make me
I don't
cry.
know. I don't know if Zafine still wants to finish this TC. Yeah, similarly, the Lochwan ranged the castles that are
Yeah, they're doing a
currently
great job there.
pressuring Zafine.
Cavaliers coming in now for Dustin. Imperial coming in now for General Picnic.
It looks like, again, similar to the African clearing game, we're seeing the benefit of the map control in Ben 10 Sounds Hot taking the middle and having access to all those resources.
But castle goes down.
The castle goes down, and I think this castle is also within range of those Lochwan, if Zafine wants to bring them over. But
It's partially
battering
now about
rams.
these battering rams.
Yeah. The Vils are fighting them.
Good little awareness there, but yeah, the conks are backing them up. I think it's going down.
Oh, interesting. There's a defensive castle in Yekky's starting base, as we see 2 Fetorias, 3 Fetorias, a 4th one coming down. This could be tough to deal with. But Picnic seems poised to maybe do some landings and cause some chaos on the starting island.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if those are queuing up transport ships any second.
Yeah, it looks
Castle
like
goes
we'll
down.
deal with
Zafine's
deal with the
TC.
castle.
Zafine's TC's taking a few hits, is a little bruised, but that's 2 castles down. That's 650 stone. You're never gonna get back.
And it looks like the starting island from Dustin has been pretty decimated. There are
Yes.
currently 44 villagers on the starting islands, and I don't think they're going to be able to find much further value.
Yes.
And I don't think that Zafine will let them transfer over to the mainland. Got some
No.
fire ships now pressuring the docks from Picnic.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that
4
castle right there
Fetorias.
is ranging whatever comes out of a few of those docks. It's actually not a bad little call.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't totally sure when I saw the castle coming up at home, but I think I like it now.
Eater of Ants, is anyone casting the other match? I'll take that not as an insult, but M10 will probably have that answer for you, just as the Age of Buttes Discord will have that information.
Yes. Ooh, Zafine again pushed off the mainland because of these battering rams, but she's got stables in
Yeah,
the field and is making knights.
the value from these ram, and if that's the last thing those villagers do is take out those rams, I think that is.
Oh,
a victory.
TC denied by the Treb hit as it was going up. I think Zafine loses the resources for that TC.
Yeah, and we need to get those villagers away from it.
Up, and the Navy is here from General Picnic.
Oh, whoa!
That's a lot of galleons.
We
They're
blinked and
missing
looked
some
away, and
upgrades, though. They're missing Bracer.
yeah, sometimes I don't think about it myself that all of these ships would benefit from, of course, archer upgrades.
Yeah. Zafine building a castle, hoping to finally stop with these shenanigans. But the cannon galleons going down for Yekky are a pretty expensive loss. She's got plenty of docks, though, starting to mass up her own galleons.
Yes.
So both... Oh, Bracer is now in for Picnic, but not yet in for Yekky. But with the Fetorias, you can see the resources are just
Going
in.
nuts.
Yeah.
They're just going nuts.
Yeah, this is actually a sick setup to have 4 Fetorias with 40 villagers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're saying that, like in a way you're at fundamentally 80 villagers and you're saving, well, I guess you're not saving soft space, or pop space.
Yeah.
If we look over at the other side of the island, the east side, it looks like one of Dustin's castles there is blinking. Are we getting some Lochuan on it?
Yes.
And it looks like there's,
Yeah.
4 or 5 villagers left on the starting island. Funnily enough, Dustin's got a dock up there. He's starting to get a little bit of military. Like, he's not letting it go.
Yeah, I think with his transport he might be trying to sneak these last couple of villas to the mainland, but the castle will go down. I really like the anti-building warship choice from Zafine here.
Yeah. It's great fun.
And Cavalier facing off against each other, but I think they're missing some upgrades from Zafine. From Dustin, these are fully upgraded Castle Age Cavalier, and the Imperial armor is coming in.
Yeah, Zafine's got to be careful here. She's been struggling to get that foothold on the mainland.
There's bombard
looks
cannons
like-
now for Dustin.
Yeah, bombards presumably do quite a bit of damage to ships if they can hit them, no?
I think so. I'm actually not totally sure who wins between cannon galleons and bombard cannons. I think cannon galleons are tankier. But wow.
Yeah, well, and if we look over here, there's 25 of them.
Yeah.
It looks like Dustin is actually committing, or sorry, not Dustin, General Picnic is committing pretty hard to try and get back water.
Yeah.
I think,
they're
he's had
31
that realization.
galleons.
Yeah, he's having that realization that we talked about earlier, which is that at some point they need to move to water.
And we got dragon ships in action. There's only 5 of them, but they should still be pretty good against the galleons. The fireship line is designed to counter the galleon line.
I mean, it's chaos everywhere. The awareness that you need to have, the multitasking, this is quite the crazy game in a lot of ways. I'm just looking, I have to be on capture age looking at every single thing here.
Yeah.
Every single coast, every single island seems to have something going on.
Yeah,
And
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and if Dustin's plan was to get these last few villagers off the island, he really hasn't. The ships are sitting there. In fact, these 2 villagers on the island have been standing there with their axes in their hands
Yeah.
since we last checked in.
They're too scared to go back to make another lumber camp. They've seen some
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, a little bit of a castle face-off here too, as Yekky's got a trip trying to get that foothold on the mainland. But we got
There's an
conks
intense
and
trap war.
bombard cannons shooting at Zafine's castle here.
Yeah.
Zafine and Yekky still are just on 1 TC.
I think Yekky is missing the heavy warships upgrade. So those are still Castle Age warships. The fire ships that she's making. Which could be why we're not seeing better value against Picnic's navy. Ooh, castle goes down for Yekky.
But castle also went down for General Picnic.
That's true.
All's fair in love and war.
Now we have some Conquistadors.
Zafine's castle also goes down.
Yeah. Somehow they still have the score lead.
Somehow. I think we're just seeing some excellent play.
Yeah, it's so hard to know when to prioritize land and when to prioritize water on this map. But looks like the galleons are being pushed back from Picnic.
Yeah.
But
And
a
it seems
ton
like
of
there might
docks.
be... And if Zafine seems to be of a mind here to try and pincer, this could be quite a great maneuver here and just take out General Picnic's armada. I mean, this mainland, it's awash in red and magenta.
Yes.
Something's gotta change here quick. There's gotta be some sort of capitalization.
Ordinarily it is that war of attrition, but against the infinite res from the Feitoria, it really changes the map.
Yeah. And maybe what we need to see here is a little bit of trade, too.
Maybe. Are there trade cogs on the field? Oh yeah. I think Zafine and Yekky are starting to add some trade cogs. Or not Yekky just yet. And then
But
there's no
Zafine
trade.
needs those trade dogs. I think that's
Yes.
totally sense.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, Fish, you need to update the score on the top of the screen.
Oh, true. The score is 0-1 currently.
Yeah, LB11 here saying Chinese water is, in his opinion, the best late game water out there at the moment. And I think we're seeing that for sure, especially with these the Lo Chuan taking out so many castles and important buildings.
Yeah.
Just keeping Ben 10 sounds hot in check.
Although some of the
We
dragon
even have,
ships are
speaking of,
not fighting currently. So the mass of galleons that are all together are taking a good engagement against them, thinning out those dragon ship numbers. Yeah, how many Fetorias do we have? Is it still 4? Oh no, 5 now. Okay.
yeah, it's crazy. There's only 20 villagers. Only 20 villagers.
That's all you need. It's
Yeah.
effectively 120 villagers.
It's a pretty lean, mean build.
Dock's starting to go down. Well, one dock goes down for Picnic, but Zafine is backing away with her armada.
Oh, those Cavalier trying to get some hits in.
Yeah. Some light cav harassing
Trebuchets
the
are
fishing
taking down
ships.
some of the military. Yeah, they are.
Oh,
They're
Dustin-
actually getting a little bit of value.
This is really interesting. Zafine has dropped a TC on Dustin's starting island, which is now being castle
And Dustin's
dropped by
responding with a
Dustin.
castle.
I did not have that on my bingo card.
Yeah, I guess Dustin's committing to at least, If he's not getting value from that island, no one will.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does Zafine's starting island look like? What's the wood situation? It's looking pretty barren.
I think it's totally dry of wood.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah,
a
you can see that.
ton. There's 51 villagers, or a few more. Something like 55 villagers on the starting island. And they're also just running out of things to do.
Yeah. Yep, there's nothing left to mine. You either start making farms or you start making transport ships and praying.
Yeah, but the question is, where do you transport to?
Yeah, there's a little bit of this peninsula here, between Yekky and Zafine that would probably be the easiest to defend if they can get that. You can see that there's a little bit of General Picnic's villagers on that gold there.
Yes.
I think that's where they've got to land. I think they've got to try and take that peninsula.
I'm inclined to agree, but the danger, of course, is that there are 17 conquistadors running around on the mainland.
Yeah.
And
It's going to be a tough but not impossible push here. But it's starting to snowball. You can even just see with the bars at the top of the display.
The dragon ships are not fighting. It looks like we're not seeing all of the navy here engaging. More cannon galleons.
Maybe it's just a little bit of baiting, trying to get them a little closer. There we go, I think.
Okay, all the navies are engaging now. But I think Picnic will win this fight.
Yeah, it's not looking good. The numbers are there.
Yeah. Yekky's continuing to make cannon galleons, but I think that's not necessarily what you want in this situation.
What would you think?
Well, because the cannon galleons are specialized for fighting buildings, I'm not an expert in naval combat, so I might be wrong, but I think you need just the standard warships, your galleons, your fast fires. Surely she has heavy warships at this point. Does she? Oh, I think the Portuguese don't get fast fire ships, but she's got galleon and carrack. Yeah, now we got red military.
Viking TV saying if they can get off the main island, it's GG. And I presume they mean that if Ben 10 sounds hot can get off the mainland and now get on the opponent's islands. That's probably
this is
painful.
That's
what it needs to come down to.
51 villagers just idle.
51 idle villagers, yeah.
Man, we saw a really impressive showing from the Chinese Navy, but I think at this point the lack of middle control means Zafine is running out of steam.
Yeah.
Another really long game, another really hard fought one.
Yep, we're seeing the market abuse from Zafine coming in on the side there. I mean, the naval battles are lovely to watch, but I think, yeah. And I mean, those cannon galleons are hitting that gold. It is as I was saying, like, that's the spot that they gotta take, and I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
They don't have a mining camp anymore, so those villagers have got a long walk home.
All the way back to, where is the drop-off point? I guess it'd be this TC.
Yeah, where's the next TC?
Wild.
Yep, time for a commute. I mean, okay, there's a little bit of pushback again. Some heals digging in here.
Yeah, but there's more navy coming in from Picnic. More fast fire ships in queue. This
Yeah, and we can
feels
see now. Sorry, go ahead.
this feels kind of like an overinvestment from cannon galleons for Yekky. She did get some value from them in taking out some of the castles that were in the mainland, but
At this point, it's time to switch.
yeah. She's trying to drive down
Docks are
more
going back up.
docks. You know, she's still got, but she's got 6 Fetorias now. Absolutely wild. With the 20 vills and the 4 fishing ships, she only has 56 pop space, 55 pop space, if you count the starting scout, for other usable military.
Yes, yeah. And if we look at Zafine's stats, 59 villagers. Where are they all? Are they all on that 1 gold standing around?
Yeah.
I mean, we
Oh,
were talking about the other day how in Age of Empires, you know, or I guess in all real-time strategy, right? Time is a resource in a way that maybe it's not in other types of games.
mm-hmm.
And those villagers got to be doing something, right? Those
Right.
villagers,
They're
I mean,
scrambling
putting up
down
a
a market because the market was destroyed. Oh, this and the new market is being targeted by the cannon galleon.
Yeah, it's the range on those cannon galleons is quite impressive. I mean, they're gonna get that lumber mill, but can they get the market?
I think so. I think they range it.
It's not looking at it, it's ranging that house.
Yeah. Although I think it's not an out of range thing, I think it's just a targeting thing. Oh wow. They set up trade carts on the land.
On the
Ben 10 sounds hot.
Yeah, I guess even they're worried about running out of resources on land.
Yeah, who needs trade cogs when you can just
Yeah,
go from market to market on the mainland?
reject modernity, embrace tradition.
And it's really funny that one end of the trade is right in front of their opponents.
Yeah, I think it's just if you're gonna use the cannon galleons, take out that market.
Yeah, then the trade cards no longer get value.
I would be looking for anything, any little bit of damage you can do here. Paladin coming in now for Dustin.
Oh, Savar.
Sorry, Savar.
Yeah, but at this point I
Paladin
think
with extra steps.
it doesn't necessarily matter because of the lack of mainland presence. I guess they could be
Yes.
going for a drop onto the starting
Yes.
islands, but then it's still just kind of over.
Yeah, the game's petering out a bit here. Again, great Brazilians, great digging feed in, but I think yeah, there we can see the Savar are on the mainland.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they were Cavalier. Savar just came in.
Yeah. And
I'm
you know,
surprised.
Yekky's villagers, or sorry, Zafine's villagers got to find a way to get off that island, and I don't think they are. Yeah, we see the full armada now. Dustin's armada coming around. I think this is the push for game.
Mm-hmm.
Bombard cannons on the on
Oof.
Zafine's starting island.
Yeah. Then the GG is called.
GG's, well played.
Well played from both sides. Yeah, that was another
That was a
really
slugfest.
hard fought game. Did you have any thoughts on the decision to invest in water versus the decision to go to the mainland?
Yeah, I think it was complicated. As I think, as I said early on, we see two different strategies here on what to do on water, and we saw that Zafine and Yekky, they really wanted to do water, and they did it quite well. They did it quite well, but I think, General Picnic had the right idea. We need to take the mainland. We're going conks. We're gonna get there first. We're gonna just take it, and we're gonna see what happens. And I think there was a lot of trade. I think there was like a lot of back and forth moments where that water dominance was paying off and moments where it wore off. We talk a little bit about the overinvestment in the cannon galleons in terms of counter from Yekky. I think that's probably accurate. Again, I don't know much about anything. I'm 900 Elo. I don't know. This is the game of how wrong am I?
Mm,
Um, but yeah, I think people want to be optimistic, or I want to be optimistic that playing water in this map can be game deciding. But
mhm.
you got to get on the mainland. It's Golden Pit, it's Gold Rush, it's Glade. We see this map time and time again. You start in a place with some resources and you got to go to the place with the rest of them. And they just couldn't get to the place with the rest of them.
Right.
Um, Maybe part of what should have been done is if you're going to invest a little bit in feudal military, as Zafine and Yeki did, get ready for those conks. If you're going to send villagers to the mainland, send them with a few skirms. Maybe
Mm,
just having a little bit of that little bit of defense, that little bit of holding on, making sure that you get those TCs up on the mainland. That's everything. I don't want to be cynical either and just say, the game was over then, that the game was over 40 minutes ago when there weren't, when they just couldn't get on the mainland and they didn't want to believe it either. So I think
right.
it is good of them to just fight that fight. Um, and there were lots of windows, and then I think a lot of those windows came and went.
Hmm.
What do you think? How wrong am I?
No, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The way that I kind of see it, I've seen both work. Let me just see if the lobby is there, because it should be up. Yeah, I've seen both things happen. I've seen people invest heavy onto water and then have that be a reason they win the game. I've seen people abandon water and have that be the reason they win the game. Migration is so tricky. It seems to me like whatever you do, whether you win water or whether you win the mainland, it then becomes a matter of capitalizing on your advantage and then going from water to land or from land to water. So, um, yeah, I think that ultimately Ben 10 Sounds Hot just did a better job of going back to water and using their land advantage than vice versa with the defenders of Ben's Wallet.
I'm having a hard time finding my game here. Did you say that the lobby was up?
It should be up according to Spectator Dashboard. It was open 2 minutes ago, but then there will be a time delay for it to appear in game.
Ah, here you are giving all of this brilliant analysis, and I'm so
Mm.
distracted trying to find the next game. I'm just going, huh, yeah, sure. Okay, I think while we're waiting for this game, I'll take another one of our intermissions. So this is the mid Elo bracket. We've got Ben 10 Sounds Hot versus Defenders of Ben Wallet. We're about to head into game three with currently Ben 10 Sounds Hot with two of the points. I'm excited to see, if the Defenders of Ben's Wallet can get out of this with a well-deserved point.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
but we'll be back to you live from the studio in just a couple of minutes.
Cool. Alright, I am back. Lobby is up. "20 seconds till the game starts." Okay, while I wait for my co-caster to get back, I guess we'll do the quick civ introduction. Pretty standard meta civs, in my opinion. The standard 2v2 meta on Arabia is for one player to pick a strong archer civ, and for another player to pick a strong cavalry civ. I think before, on Arabia, we've seen Zafine, who is playing in the Cyan, or color number 5, to go heavy into Step Lancers, but in this case she's gone for a more standard Knight civ with the Persians. The Vietnamese from Yekky is a very strong archer civ, very standard meta play. And from Picnic, Ethiopians, some consider them to be the strongest Arabia archer civ in 2v2 context, so another standard expected play. We see an early flare coming from Picnic. I wonder what that's about. He could be trying to steal Zafine's cow, but no, they just pass each other. And finally, Dustin, playing in the magenta, color number 6, is the Georgians, a very strong cavalry civ, also very good knights. The knights regenerate.
And are we going to see? And I'm back just in time. Just in time.
Nice.
Are we going to see the 17-minute scout build here, or sorry, the 17 villager scout build?
17 villager archer build from Picnic? Maybe. We will see.
No, I meant from Dustin. Are we going to get that
true.
early
The
Georgian scout rush?
Yeah, the Georgians can be up really fast. I think so, actually. We've got... So, to execute the really fast Georgian scout build, you send everything to food. An underrated benefit is that the mule cart can be a drop-off point for chickens. So now I think those villas are going to chickens. And we'll see at what speed Dustin could go up. Oh, but Dustin said
yeah, and I mean,
so
we love a chicken funnel. This is kind of just, you hate to see efficiently getting chickens.
Yeah, that is a little curious. The fact that he sent to wood rather than just more to food potentially indicates that he's going for a bit of a later or more standard uptime, rather than the super fast uptime.
And we're on Arabia. This is the map. This is what Age of Empires 2 is. This is the royalty of maps. One that's near and dear to all of our hearts.
Yes. Yeah, I do love me some Arabia.
Who doesn't love a little bit of Arabia? You click on a Hera video, you click on a Spirit of Law video, any T90 video, you're watching Arabia. 6 on foods, 3 on wood, put down 2 houses, put down a mill.
Keep
just
it simple.
Basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic fundamentals, some good wholesome Age of Empires.
It is.
That's interesting that Yekky is investing into a mill to take the chickens.
Yes.
That's not
and not the berries. I guess maybe they're a little worried about the... You think Yekky's just a little worried about those forward berries there? Would rather just take the chickens in the back than risk anything up front?
Yeah. So, there are a couple different opinions about what to do when you're the archer player in a 2v2, because the standard meta play that I've seen a lot of mid-elo players employing is that they actually don't build a mill in Dark Age, and instead they have an early mining camp, and then their 2 buildings are the lumber camp and the mining camp. You see a little bit of action.
Yes.
Ooh, looks like Dustin's taking some hits. Oh yes, I also need to update the score. So it
His
is.
scout got away with it this time, but he's gonna find. Yeah, and you can see Dustin's already going up to feudal. On 19 Vills, so not as early as possible, but we're
Oh, Picnic's
seeing
going
the
up on
17.
17 vills.
Yeah, we're seeing 17 Vills. We're seeing some greedy archer stuff here. As you said, the mining camp's already down on gold. There's no mill.
Yes, I would say it's actually. Oh yeah, in order to do this, you have to take like everything off of food so that you can
Yeah.
afford your barracks and your two ranges.
Are those cows just rotting there?
I think so. Yes, you've got two buffalo that are just decaying, and you know this really fast uptime comes with trade-offs. There's already 31 seconds of idle TC for Picnic. I expect that if he gets fletching with 17 villager uptimes, that he will also need to idle his TC for that. But we'll see.
Yeah, we got a little bit of idle here coming too from Yekky at 21 Vills. You got to be thinking fast castle, no?
21 is just. It probably is just a chunky Dark Age for like feudal
Right.
where your eco is a bit more set up. 21 Ville Fast Castle is possible, but really tough, and I'd be surprised if this was a fast
Yeah.
castle. Especially on Arabia, where the standard 2v2 meta is to make just so much feudal military. It's really hard to make a fast castle work.
Yeah,
Got
we
two
see both ranges coming up now.
Bit of a scout skirmish
And, oh,
between Zafine.
Zafine's got the. They're trying to fight for who gets the high ground.
Mm-hmm.
Some Jedi Knight level action.
So second range is up. Archers are starting to be produced.
Yeah, two big Dark Ages from defenders. We're starting to see some ambitious small walling here. Chickens are done.
Mm-hmm. I
We're
like
just
these
gonna
walls a
leave
lot.
that in the past. Yeah, those walls again. This is some. Maybe there's a little bit of cynical thinking here. I also wonder if that is that a range right in front of the palisade gate. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to get out of that.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's only one range coming
I
down
think-
so far for Yekky. So it could be tough for her to compete with archer numbers coming out from Picnic.
Yeah,
Oh, she's going skirmishers. Or she's queued up a mixture of archers and skirmishers. Second
Well, what
range
is it
coming
you
down
say?
there.
What is it that you usually say to me? Is one range skirmishers is enough to beat two range archers?
Yeah, so that's definitely true in the context of 1v1s. Oh, we have a
Mhm.
pause. Or a bit of a stutter. Okay, I think we might be back. Should be fine. Yeah, so one range skirms will beat two range archers in 1v1s. Because ooh, whoa. Big engagement here. Archer numbers are getting whittled down, but the scouts will be traded.
Good trade, bad trade.
It's hard to say, honestly. I guess because if you're up this early as Picnic, keeping your army alive and getting value from it is really important. And
Yeah.
so neutralizing the scouts is value. But
And
yeah, I
Zafine
really don't know.
loses all of her feudal military in exchange.
Yes. And Zafine has a preemptive tower on the wood. Very interesting tower. I guess she recognizes that this archer mass coming forward could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of towers these days. I've seen a lot of towers, both defensively and aggressively. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I guess it's potentially cheaper than small walling, but especially since you are playing against archers, and you know
Yeah.
it doesn't look like Zafine has put the resources. You can see it now. You can start to see some house walls leading into the TC, which is good. Those
Where
archers,
distracted.
they've pushed off gold. They need to get back to that gold, or else there's going to be problems very, very soon.
Yekky is getting some good harassment in against Dustin. Gets a Vil kill. Wow. I'm a little
There you
surprised that
go.
that the Vil kill was there, but
Maybe hurt by a boar.
maybe. But the archers are in from Picnic into Zafine's base, so it looks like both archer players are applying decent pressure to their respective opponents. Is that a
Both archers are archering,
second stable coming in for Zafine? So she's locking in to a heavy feudal investment.
Yeah. Oh, I think Zafine's saying, "Oh, you played Persians." Sure, yeah, you played Persians.
Yeah, but the blacksmith getting denied is a little painful, and there is still that hole there, and more archers are
Yes.
coming in.
And I think right at this time, is Zafine's army heading? I think it's heading back to General Picnic's base, saying, "My horses are going to get there faster than your archers can get back. If we
Yeah.
put the look, come on, get a little damage in there for the TC too." Yeah.
They're picking
Yeah, I think-
enough reinforcements, which I like to see.
Yeah.
Looks like the scouts are not really able. Scouts from Dustin are not really able to deal with the archers from Yekky, and the archers are coming back for Picnic. They're coming back home, but they're going to be much slower. And
Yeah.
let's look at the walls for Picnic.
Yeah, I think Picnic's a little worried.
I think they're okay
And
against a scout player. I don't know if there's any holes that he should be worried about. There might be a hole. Maybe it's fine.
there might be a
Scouts are running
hole right
around.
there, yeah. Well, and I mean, the question is what are you gonna? I think Zafine's got to make this military do something now.
I agree.
And the archers are heading back. The archers are heading back.
Yes. I like the
They
decision
said
to
whatever.
stay offensive.
Do what you
and
want.
now, yeah, Zafine has spent the stone on this tower for the woods.
Tower
so
the
now
wrong resource.
she's unable to tower
Yeah.
the gold, which is pretty painful. However, Picnic is attacking the house rather than moving forward. He's moving forward now.
Yeah, that was about to be some extreme AI. nonsense.
Yeah. So I think what we are seeing here between this side, at least, Zafine and Picnic, is the heavy military investment from Picnic versus the heavy eco investment from Zafine, or like a more standard eco investment. 13 scouts is a lot of scouts, but she's
Yeah.
up 6 villagers. Oh, actually now the idle TC is catching up. Earlier Picnic had
And if we
much
look over
higher
at
idle
Yekky,
TC.
Yekky's in Dustin's base.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Where are Dustin's
You know,
scouts?
Dustin's had to tower his farming eco, and I think this is just shambles here.
Yeah, Dustin has 3 scouts chilling in the stable, which
I
fair
would
enough.
take that
You
a
know,
meal coat.
you don't want to lose your scouts here. And
No, this is great archer play from Yekky. Yekky's doing just a great job here. They need to get around though and get that gold, get away from that palisade gate. And yeah, you see some even extra, some more anxiety walls from General Picnic. Yeah, General Picnic's realizes he's got to bail his partner out.
and now because Zafine
Yeah.
is finding great damage against Dustin.
Oh yeah, this is oh boy.
Bloodlines is on the way.
Yeah, they're
Forging is on the way.
definitely punishing some of the greedy feudal plays from Ben 10 sounds hot. I mean, it's a
I
lot
think
of scouts.
The castle will be denied. Or sorry, the tower over there for the gold will be denied. How did he get the stone for that? Did he buy that? Interesting. So
Is there? I don't see a market.
I questioned the skirm from Yekky to
Oh
start
yeah,
with,
they just took out
but
all of General Picnic's army, and it's
yeah, he's on the way to castle now, but only 3 archers on the field.
yeah. Again, punish them. There's 18 archers here from Yekky. This is just solid stuff.
Yekky's also on the way up. And there's a 22 villager advantage for the defenders. But ooh,
Yes.
these archers are getting caught out of position, and Zafine is not in a position to defend that. I think we should be okay, but they will sustain some losses.
Yes.
The scouts back off.
but that Panther doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes
LB11.
the best units are the ones you find along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is certainly risky for Yekky to be out here with this military while she's on the way to Castle Age.
Yes. Yeah, we
Especially
have
with LB11.
LB. Yes, saying the exact same thing. But there's a lot of overchop here from General Picnic. This could be devastating.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell on Capture Age if this is actually
This
open.
if
I
that
think
counts
it's
as a tree.
fine. I think it's still closed. But there's still scouts running around in dust and space.
Yeah, they're finding the market now. I think you can
Dust-
change that. Actually, in Capture Age, you can change it so that all trees look the same.
Oh, interesting. We'll leave it like this for now, but oh, this is a huge spear investment. Yeah, Dustin is up much later to Castle Age, and he actually stone gates. Where does he get the stone for this? Did he mine it? I guess he's got the mule cart which can move around. Some of Zafine scouts.
Maybe
going
he's got the
down.
mule cart. Maybe General Picnic's sending him some resources.
So sending resources is not allowed in the tournament rules until one player gets to Imperial.
Fascinating. Well, that's good to know.
So it's disallowed.
So
But
Zafine
there's-
lost a handful of scouts there, so that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crossbows in.
Yeah, this is a scary crossbow army from the Vietnamese player.
Yeah.
Some reinforcement crossbows get picked off. Is this open? This could be a disaster. I think it's still closed. Yeah. Oh no, are they walking in? Oh, it's so hard to tell
Yeah.
because
a
the
little
trees are
silly.
like partially chopped.
Yes, they are, and they're kind of like those weird bush scrub trees. I mean, we see Lycav, we see husbandry, we see the second horse armor. We just see a lot of great stuff coming in now.
Yeah.
Defenders of Bet's Wallet are kind of running a bit riot here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is looking really painful. Dustin is finally on the way to Castle Age after sustaining heavy losses in Feudal.
Yeah. No TCs though coming down from anyone in Castle yet.
Yeah,
People
I like
are kind
it.
of just still
People
feeling
are-
it out.
People are really investing into military, and
Yeah.
ballistics is almost in.
Yeah, ballistics. Do we have Bodkin? We have Bodkin.
Yes. Yeah. So both archer
This
players
is
have
about,
Bodkin. I also like that the Vietnamese player, Yekky, has the second archer armor
Yes.
and ballistics. This will be terrible. If
And I
Yekky
think we're
chooses
seeing
to
a little
fight.
bit. I think we're seeing a little bit here of maybe what we were missing in some of the other games, where we really see defenders of Ben's Wallet. They're coordinating. They're working together. They're in the
Oh,
same
yeah.
place, and we're seeing map control. Right? Like this is where they're forcing Ben 10's hot into their base. It's good team
Yes.
play. It's good. It's sort of what was maybe missing in the first two games a little bit, whether it was their fault or just the circumstances of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit of trade here, though. Yekky's losing that crossbow.
Yeah, that's a pretty late university.
Yeah.
So ballistics is still a while away, but it looks like they're backing off. I don't. Well, they have the eco advantage, so defenders can afford to back off here.
They can. They can.
Yeah, getting some good Vil kills there with the harassment.
Yeah, I think they have every right to be patient.
Yeah, they got the eco upgrades as well. In addition,
Because as soon as those knights come in, those knights have their armor. They got
I think it's open
bloodlines.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about to see some punishment here. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think that was it.
Yekky is Yekky trying to loop
A
around?
little
I
out.
think Yekky should be pushing from the bottom.
Yeah, there should be a bit of pincering going on here. And like that gold needs to be hit.
Yeah, there's a ton of time just like looping around, but it's okay. I think Zafine's still got it.
Yeah. This is a massacre.
Oof, the crossbows are going down. There's a surround with the cavalry.
Yep.
One of the in the chat, Kachori says, "Stop! They're already dead."
Yeah, I mean, this is compared to just two grueling, long games. This shows you how quick a game of Age of Empires could really go.
I completely agree. And Dustin is massing some knights that he's sending forward now, but I see. Okay, so Yekky backed off from Picnic to go fight Dustin and punish Dustin.
Well,
And
that happens all the time. Even when we're playing games, there's that realization of we've been picking on one of these players for a little too long. You
yeah,
know, we're giving the teammate time to bounce back. We need to maybe now start to think about: are we really, really investing in taking one player out of the game, or do we need to start spreading love?
oh man, Picnic is down to 15 villagers.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, the defenders have more than double the total eco count for Ben 10 sounds hot. Now they're adding an eco because they can afford to. I think
Yeah.
this is pretty over.
But if there's anything that we've seen in this tournament so far, it's people digging in their heels.
But with that, they called the GG.
Nope, never mind. I lied.
And the defenders of Ben's wallet get a well-deserved points.
Yeah,
Okay. Um,
fantastic stuff.
yeah, yeah. Okay, let us get Ben 10 Sounds Hot in for a post-game interview. I will ask them to hop in.
Okay.
Happy.
Oh,
Good
we went Team
game.
Rangers. Okay.
Well played.
Good games.
Are you down
Good
for
game, yeah.
post-game interview?
Yeah.
Cool. I will actually.
Oh, we're coming up here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, a goose is joined here. Okay, we can have our interview here. Well played. Congrats on the set win. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I think we're pretty happy with how it went. It was sort of what we hoped, like 2-1 sort of thing. And to beat someone higher than us in the seedings is very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys.
They were
I'm
hard
sweating.
matches for sure. None of the wins came easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all really close.
Yeah. Both of the first two games lasted more than an hour. There was tons of back and forth. I think it could have been anyone's game pretty late in.
It was a really good strategy from them. To just take water and then fish boom off of it. And I think there's like a high chance they could have won if they were able to establish themselves on the middle island early. And, have the fish plus all the wood and gold in the middle. But we kept them off the island, so we just had to wait, really, until Zafine can get any more resources. Because the Feitoris we knew were going to be working for Yekky, but
Yeah. I must say that you got excellent coordination working together to keep Zafine off the island and just like take control. You kicked them off time and time again. They tried to land.
Yeah, were there any times in that defense where you were starting to go, oh no, I think this is going to backfire, or were you feeling pretty good about it?
we on the second game we were thinking they had like the score lead for most of the game. It felt like, well,
Yes.
until like quite later on. I don't know, maybe it was like 30, 40 minutes first. So we're a bit worried about what they had. I mean, it was all the food they had probably, and we could tell the market price of food was like 17 very quickly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we just had to hold out and hope they had less navy than us when we started getting navy.
Well, it was an incredible bounce back. I think you, General Picnic, kind of looked away and looked back, and there was 10,000 ships ready to launch.
Yeah, just 10 billion docks, and I try to do like both sides, keep them both busy, trying to kill their fish and their trade. We found out, which I think was pretty pivotal to stop them getting the wood and the gold from it, just completely stopping them from doing anything.
Right.
And Dustin, you really wanted to hang on to your starting island there.
Yeah.
And you really committed to saying no. If I can't have it, nobody can.
The castle drop.
did not feel comfortable transporting the rest of the vills off.
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of a matter. And I saw the TC come, like TC Foundation, luckily, before she really established herself, and I was like, yeah, I can just drop a castle in the center and stave it off.
Yeah, well, there were two really bonkers castle drops. There was one point where you castle dropped a TC in the middle island from Zafine, that was still going up, and then there was another point where Zafine tried to land vills in your starting island, and you castle dropped that TC.
All I had was vills there, so the easiest thing is just drop a castle and hope it ranges.
Yeah, we really didn't want to lose those islands because that's like all of the they can farm or chop the extra
Right.
wood which is there. So or any left resources. It's really
Trade.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and the trade.
Yeah,
and are there
I
any lessons learned from these games? You know, your guy. There's a lot you did right, or maybe a few things you didn't do right. What is your headset looking towards the future? What did you learn from these games?
Got to work on African clearing TC drops.
mm,
For one,
Oh yeah,
I think
I don't know if was it in the middle of nowhere. I don't remember.
yeah,
But
I
we
think the
sort of just like
strategy.
placed it, or you just placed it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys had
yeah. I
fun. I
just
really
was
made
looking
it
for a
social.
pond and could not find one to save my life.
oh man,
Um,
I've been
yeah,
there.
but I think creation strategy overall of just taking and holding Center Island really paid off. And maybe it's correct, maybe it's not, because I mean those Luchans were awful to deal
Yes.
with.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
they took out
you
castle
know
after castle.
they did, and but it was just kind of a matter of we have 6 7 times the resources they do at this point. So we'll be able to build back at some point late. Unfortunately, all these those two games just went so long.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you think that that's what kind of you got punished for in the last game? Were you guys feeling a little bit fatigued, a little lack of focus, or do you think it was a different story than that?
I think I got Vietnamese archer rushed really well.
Yeah.
I tried to take a fight early and it did not pan out. Didn't have any upgrades behind it, and
Mhm.
not the mass to support it either. So it was just kind of a matter of, and I tried to keep off of placing a tower too soon, but then I ended up, you know, buying stone, placing 2 towers. So I mean, it was just a good knock on, watch your early game too. Can't just take them all late.
Mm.
Yeah, they
Um,
did really well to coordinate and like first focus on Dustin and then in cast stage come to me. So it was really good by them to have so much more military though. That's really I don't surprised. Like Zafine had loads, Yekky had loads, and it was just too much in the end, and we got overwhelmed.
Totally
I
fair.
mean, great games all around. Great games
Yes.
all around.
Oh yeah.
Solid
All of you.
performances.
Thank you.
Okay. So congrats again on the win. Um, they were a pleasure to watch, really dynamic, the nail biting games, and best of luck in your future sets.
Yeah, you guys
Thank
made
you.
our job easy.
Yeah, we'll see you guys out there.
Yeah,
Thank you
sounds
Yes.
good.
guys.
Okay, so I think we will stop the stream here. Signing off. This was Defenders of Ben's Wallet against Ben 10 Sounds Hot, the Age of Noobs, Battlegrounds, Duo, Mid Elo Group B. We have been a fish and a goose, and thanks so much for watching.
Yes, thank you all.
All right.